Yo ho ho, AFC East Roundtable. Welcome to another edition of the AFC Late Table. It's absolutely hysterical because I feel like each and every single Wednesday we end up coming on in. Oh my god. I feel like this must be my new theme song. It nowhere near compares to Glenn's theme song or several of the other theme songs we have on this channel right now. Oh my god, we're setting the mood right now, boys. We're setting the mood because the AFC East currently is turning out to be exactly what we thought it was going to be. All right? There's a lot on the table. Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills, the New York Jets have started preparation for the 2024 season. The Patriots, same thing. But there's still some things that we have to discuss, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for another edition of the AFC's Roundtable. On Monday, as you know, we did not have our recap show, so we are going to be having a giant episode today. We are going to be recapping the games from this previous week and then also previewing the new ones. So do us a favor, smash that like button the second that you come in, and let's try something new. Let's do a little roll call in the chat right now. Let us know what team you are currently representing in the chat. Let's go on ahead and let's introduce the rest of the peanut gallery. What is up, boys? Bring him on in. There he is. I mean, Richie, I feel like, for some reason backstage you were continuously saying, Dan, are you ready to host? So are you ready for this intro? I should have thought that you had something up your sleeve. I love that theme song. It's not quite as incredible as Lascelles, but damn, bro. That's some good stuff right there.
Dan, you ran with it like a pro. It's like we rehearsed that, Dan. It's like we rehearsed it. That was all improv.
Wow, holy shit, it was that good. It was that good.
Yeah.
Richie, how's life, man? Talk to the people.
Life is great, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Master Work will be here soon, guys. Don't you worry. He will be joining just a little late. He had something come up, and we're excited to get Tyson back in the building in just a few minutes. But listen, man, I missed you guys. I missed everyone in the chat. I hope you guys all had a happy holidays over the weekend. And it was a interesting weekend, and life's great, right? For me. Personally, a lot of stuff outside of the Jets is exciting, right? Building Roundtable Sports. We got a lot of exciting announcements to talk about tonight, which we've been all working around the clock behind the scenes to really launch it. I made a video on my channel yesterday, which was pretty cool and different, a little vlog, a little studio tour, which was a lot of fun. And more importantly, feels good to be live back on the AFC's Roundtable because even though my New York Jets are eliminated from the playoffs, I don't give a damn. I'm here, and I got a smile on my face regardless of the situation. So salute to the chat. Let's get into business.
That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. TD, how you feeling, man? And so I'll tell you what, bro, I know exactly how you're feeling, too.
Yeah, you should.
I've been scanning your Twitter quite a bit for the past couple of days, but what's up, man? How's life?
I feel great, man. Life is great. Doing what we set out to do, win the AFC East. We're going to clinch it this weekend. We're going to talk about that and more today on this show. We're going to lock it in, man. I'm excited. I found the recipe. I found the official recipe for the Miami Dolphins getting over the hump in big games. Just say that we're not going to win. Say that, we're in trouble. And the reverse happens, baby. We done cracked the code, baby. And this greatest story ever told out here has been recalled. It's been recalled, ladies and gentlemen, for all those who ordered the book, The Greatest Story Ever Told. Check the internet. There's a government recall on the book because there ain't gonna be no greatest story ever told, ladies and gentlemen. Dolphins reign supreme. Let's go. Let's start.
Man. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, we have quite a show for you lined up today, but I'm sure many of you have seen me wearing a shirt that has the best quarterback in the division, arguably in the NFL, the Josh Allen graphic tee. And I mean, I want to tell you boys this, right? Because this is not the only tee that I ended up getting in the mail because I had to get every single Bills design. Don't worry, that James Cook design is coming in right here. I'll show you boys some absolute sauce. All right, this one right here, absolutely beautiful. I have the Matt Milano tee that is fresh at roundtablesports.shop. And trust me, guys, these things have been selling like absolute hot takes. These things have been selling like the Miami Dolphins in a playoff matchup, ladies and gentlemen. These things.
Oh, my God.
I would like that, Richie. And then also don't forget the Stephon Diggs as well. You know, maybe if you wear this, maybe we'll actually start to involve him right in the offense. As we mentioned, guys, listen, we have just launched our graphic tee collection, and we have several other options right now. We have several from the Miami Dolphins. We also have several from the Jets, the Patriots, the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the NFC North, the AFC West. As you can see, we have plenty of options. And say, for example, you want to go on ahead and support Roundtable Sports. All right, one of the best ways to do it is simply just go on ahead, smash that like button, obviously, and check out some of this merch, guys. This is hands down some of the nicest material I have seen. It's nice. It's heavyweight. It's not something that's going to, you know, sort of tear after one wash, one clean. Love these things. I have been rocking these for the past couple of days, and they fit beautifully. So definitely go on ahead and check that out. I believe that link should be in our description, if not already
Pinned in the chat.
Pinned in the chat right now, ladies and gents, guys. We have.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
Tua finally won a game when it mattered, and I was wearing my Tua Tagovailoa graphic tee. I was wearing my Tua graphic tee during that game.
You were wearing the Tua graphic tee.
I know what I'm wearing every week now until we win the Super Bowl. My Tua Tagovailoa graphic tee, and I'll be wearing it versus Baltimore to get the W this week, baby. Let's go. Now it's all coming together. I see what's going on, man. That's what's up, man. Oh, yeah, hide those.
Wait, why though? Why? He's a great player.
Because he overrated. He ain't no Waddle. He ain't no Tyreek.
And so, except for I will say that I did see. So I did see a.
How does that make him a bad player? I don't get it.
Sell earlier today. I saw a Sauce Gardner. No, wow. Okay, this was an order. We had a woman by the name of Elizabeth Solis. She got a Rashawn Gary graphic tee and a Sauce Gardner graphic tee.
Oh,
Colt, baby, best corner in the NFL.
Stop lying. Jalen Ramsey ain't even close. Stop.
It's not even close, bro.
Listen, Richie, don't start tonight. Don't start with me tonight.
No, I'm not. Listen, congrats. You're a better football team. I'm not going to let you get over that.
All right, guys. As mentioned previously, we do have quite a bit to talk about, especially since Monday was Christmas Day, and we're not Ebenezer Scrooge over here, so we weren't going to make all of us work on the holiday. So we do want to briefly just go over the recap of this previous week. Let's go ahead and start with Richie. All right. I mean, so with obviously Richie, there definitely wasn't a lot to hope for, right, within that game. But was there anything that gave you hope for 2024? What looked good? Things that you picked out from that matchup this previous week?
Yeah, it was definitely the young studs of this New York Jets team that I have been highlighting throughout the entire season. You know, even with Aaron Rodgers being added, a big reason why that the Jets fan base was excited for this season was because of the team, the youth players that we got, in particular last year's draft class of Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Jermaine Johnson, and all four of them are literally becoming like household best players on the New York Jets, and they all had sensational games. You saw Sauce Gardner do what he does, absolutely locking down Terry McLaurin and the entire wide receiver corps of the Washington Commanders. Breece Hall had 95-plus rushing yards, 95-plus receiving yards, almost 200 total yards. There's only been, right? Listen to this stat real quick. Walter Payton has 3 games with 95-plus rushing yards, 95-plus receiving yards. Breece Hall has 2. And any other running back in the NFL has 1. So Breece Hall in only 22 career games is doing historical things. And that's what happens when you actually feed the man and give him the opportunities. So that's definitely what I'm hanging my hat on, Dan. And Jermaine Johnson blocking a punt, getting to the quarterback consistently. Tony Adams, a year 2 safety, getting an interception. Just seeing the youthful players, seeing our household names come up big and make plays. Like, I'm not really impressed with Trevor Siemian at all. He's no future with this team. Obviously, the Jets went up 27-7 and they collapsed in the second half, but they're still able to figure out a way to get the W. Jacoby Brissett gets plugged in that game, and all of a sudden just everything changes. But at the end of the day, a win is a win. Greg Zuerlein, our kicker, has been the MVP all season long, so it's only right for him to nail a 54-yard field goal to get the W on Christmas Eve for the New York Jets. Now, listen, there's nothing really to play for because the Jets are, of course, mathematically eliminated from the postseason. But in my opinion, I need to see something from this coaching staff. I need to see something to gain some optimism, gain some momentum heading into next season, especially with the whole reports that are Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas, Hackett, the entire Jets regime is returning next year, which is why I'm in a win now mindset, even though we are eliminated from the playoffs. I want the coaching staff to prove and the players on this team to get some momentum carried over into next season. And the Jets did just that with the dominant first half, a little collapse in the second half. But luckily for them, they were able to come out with the W when it was all said and done.
Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, some silver linings for the team in New Jersey. Absolutely beautiful thing. All right. So I feel like we have to talk about the Buffalo Bills game. Of course, right before we get to the game of the hour, in which that we knew was the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins, which, by the way, congratulations, Miami Dolphins. I know you've been wanting that for a long time. You've killed the narrative. All right, at least to a certain extent, but we will get into that. So the Buffalo Bills and the Chargers, right? At the end of the day, a win is a win, baby. A win is an absolute win. And Chapter 3, the greatest story ever told, has been written. It's been booked, and Chapter 4 is on the way. Now, don't get me wrong. If you were to tell me that I think that game would have been as competitive as it was, I would have called you crazy. But as many of you know, hindsight is 20/20, right? It always is 20/20. And when I looked back at everything, I realized I was like, okay, so we have a rookie quarterback that is coming in on his second start. You have a brand new head coach. There is zero tape on these fools whatsoever. We have no idea what the hell this team is going to be bringing out and putting out onto the field by itself, right? A lot of things that I definitely want to see being fixed going into it. But at the end of the day, I've said this to a couple of my friends. If this was the October Buffalo Bills, we would have lost that game. But this is the December Buffalo Bills. What I saw Josh Allen ended up going on ahead, and he led his team down for a game-winning drive on Christmas Eve on the 23rd. And that's what we need to damn see. That's what we need to damn see. Listen, man, right now he is currently on this crazy-ass record for a passing and a rushing touchdown going into it. He's currently leading the league in total touchdowns already. Really put the team on his back. A lot of superhero ball going into that because James Cook wasn't as effective as he was the game previously, and Josh Allen had to go on ahead and deliver when it mattered most. Not every single game is going to be absolutely beautiful, but what I needed to see was I needed to see this team be resilient, and I needed to see them win a close game, and they did. So now it's on to the New England Patriots at home, and then, of course, the Miami Dolphins. One thing I will say, several of you have been seeing me on Twitter or on various other social media platforms, and I'm really hammering down on the fact that the Buffalo Bills are going to get the second seed. I believe it, but at the same time, I need it, right? I've seen what this team looks like on the road. I've seen what this team looks like on the road. I've seen what this team looks like at home. This second seed, we are playing for a hell of a lot, and I would feel a hell of a lot more comfortable if we at least have home field advantage for a certain part of the playoffs by itself. Because like it or not, ladies and gents, several of you that were sitting here trying to troll me for the past couple of weeks saying that, oh, man, and the Bills aren't going to make the playoffs, dude. The Bills aren't going to make the playoffs. Guess what, fool? They're in. They're in regardless. They're in regardless. It's a beautiful day. We're currently holding that 6th spot. And to think that we were the 12th seed at one point is pretty nuts. Right now we're sitting at the 6th seed, bouncing off a very nerve-wracking game, but a win in general. Richie, what did you think about that game? And what do you think about everything that's heating up within this division right now? What have you seen from the Buffalo Bills, and what do you think their destiny is going to be?
Oh, this is
Hey,
hilarious.
man, listen, it doesn't matter how you start, it's how you finish. And I think that's more important. And that's what the Buffalo Bills are doing right now. They are finding ways to win even in ugly games. And that's really a W is a W, no matter how you cut it. Even if it's not pretty, you got to win that game. And that's what they did. And they're still have a chance to not only win, make the wild card and make the playoffs, but still the division is up for grabs. So the Bills have a lot to play for. I still believe the Bills will make the playoffs. I'm not going to predict them to make win the division just yet. I mean, we'll get into that later on. There's still a lot that has to go their way. But at the end of the day, I think if you're a Bills fan, you're pretty pumped up. I mean, they have the same record as the Chiefs all of a sudden. They're sitting at 9-6. They're sitting pretty. And all of a sudden, these Buffalo Bills are red hot at the right time. That's another thing. They have to, keep in mind the best teams that usually go on runs for the championships and the Super Bowls are the ones that get hot in December into January. And that's where the Bills are right now, getting W's and stacking them up. Josh Allen leading the NFL in total touchdowns. He's playing like one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. And even when he doesn't even need to do it, there's other players around him stepping up like James Cook and, the other players around him. So I think the Buffalo Bills, as much as I love to see their collapse midseason and say, yes, as a Jets fan, the Bills are done. Like, they're not really that same team anymore. They kind of found their life again. And Dolphins fans better hope that you beat the Ravens, because that is going to be an interesting game next week for the division potentially if they don't.
Indeed. TD, your thoughts and, of course, your realistic expectations for the Buffalo Bills for the next couple of weeks leading into the playoffs.
I've told Bills fans that they would win out. Okay, I've already told you all that. But after what you just did with the Chargers, you probably won't beat the Patriots this weekend. We'll talk about when it comes. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you know what? This is the crazy part about it. I hate the Bills. I don't want y'all to have no success. But for the first time in like forever, I feel bad for y'all. I actually feel bad for Bills fans. Like right now, they are like they're like the Cowboys fans. They build themselves up for this greatest story ever told. And when they lose to the Patriots this weekend, they're gonna be crying.
It's the greatest story ever told.
They gonna be crying. They gonna be like, man, I'm done with these Bills. I'm done with. Listen, y'all are begging and pleading. Please just give us a matchup versus the Dolphins for the division. Listen. First of all, y'all already know we're not gonna lose to the Ravens, so your hopes gonna be shattered.
Oh,
and then crazy. On top of it, you're oh my gosh, listen, Bills fans, it was cute. It was cute while it lasted, okay? It was cute. But y'all need to stop. Y'all got Dan out here on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, feeding y'all every lie known to man.
From the sauna now. We got sauna Dan Mitchell now.
We got sauna vids, baby.
We got trapped out sauna Dan Mitchell out there, bro.
Y'all out here listening to this man lie to y'all to the umpteenth degree, and y'all just eating it up. Yeah, Dan. What's the next chapter, Dan? Bro, y'all. Listen, Bills fans, I love watching y'all demise, but for the first time in a long time, I actually feel bad for y'all because you do not know what's coming. You have no idea what's about to take place. Literally 4 weeks ago, y'all all quit on your team. 4 weeks ago, all y'all kept saying, oh, screw these Bills. They ain't never going to amount to nothing. And I told y'all, don't worry. The real collapse ain't happened yet. Y'all going to win some games. Y'all going to get back in it because of Josh Allen. But that bump's still going to be a bump. He's still going to do it to you, and it's going to happen this weekend. Whether it's us winning or y'all losing, I can guarantee one of those things. One of those things are going to happen. Richie, but Richie, this ain't the Jets, it's the Bills, Richie. One of those are going to happen. We're going to beat the Ravens or they're going to lose to the Patriots. One of them's going to happen, Richie. And I can't wait to see how many of y'all don't show up next week because y'all frauds. You only show up when you got a winning chance. And when you lose, you can't face the music. You can't face TD telling y'all he was right. But I've been right all along. I told you at the beginning of the season, we got the best quarterback in the division. We got the best team in the division. We got the MVPs. We got the better corners. We got the better receivers. We got all of it. I've been telling y'all since the beginning of the season, even y'all Jets fans, how many wins did I tell you was going to get this year? 6. And that's all you're going to get. 6. That's it. That's it. I've been telling y'all how it was going to end for Buffalo. What did I tell y'all? Y'all might not even make the playoffs. Y'all laughed at me. Now look at you out here holding on to a fictional novel, the greatest story ever told. This is what I'm talking about.
The playoffs, TD. Sorry.
What happened? What happened?
They're currently in the playoffs.
Yeah, they can currently be in whatever they want to currently be in.
No, you're talking like they're not, though.
But they ain't going to end up there, Richie.
So you're predicting the Bills to miss the playoffs?
The Bills ain't making the playoffs because they definitely losing to us, and they ain't going to beat the Patriots. It's over. It's over, Richie.
Dan, if you beat the Patriots and lose to the Dolphins, can you still make the playoffs?
It depends.
Yeah, if we beat the Patriots and if the Chiefs beat the Bengals.
You need help.
Yeah,
they need help.
Yeah, but just 2 games. Listen, this week, if the Buffalo Bills beat the Patriots, and by the way, please, it's not even an if. It's not even an if. The question is, how bad are we going to beat the New England Patriots? They're coming into our house.
Chargers.
Chapter 4 of the greatest story ever told. And listen, we understand this right now because you know why? Like, this is the beautiful part about December when it comes to the Buffalo Bills, right? Because like we can choke away some of these bad games in September and October. We have an ability of sleeping on a team. Right now, the Buffalo Bills see one thing and one thing only, and they see the division title, and they see that 2nd seed. All right, I sincerely believe this. I sincerely believe that the reason we ended up losing to the Patriots this previous matchup, number one, obviously Ken Dorsey. Thank God that fire Ken Dorsey shirt sold so much, and maybe the rest of the world saw it. But this offense is entirely different under Joe Brady. He has literally shown the entire world that he can beat anybody in any which way. Josh Allen way, a James Cook way, whatever. The question is not if we're going to beat the Patriots. The question is, how bad are we going to beat the Patriots? How long will it be until our starters are sitting on the bench waiting for that Week 18 matchup in Miami? And you know what? A lot of people always try to come in here and tell me, Dan, you can't sleep on the Patriots. I'm a fan, bro. And so I literally make videos in my guest room right now, dude. I can sleep on whatever team I damn want, bro. I'm
going to say this
because I know that my team has one thing and one thing only. They are tunnel vision. They are zeroed in. And the Buffalo Bills are going to beat the Patriots.
Hey, man, I'll just say this. If this does happen, I'm not predicting it to happen, but like this would be the craziest shakeup that this channel and the division will ever see if the Bills somehow find a way to win the division. Like, can you imagine that, though? Like, the Dolphins are in first place all
here's
long.
one thing.
Let me just make a quick parallel real quick to any baseball fans in the chat. The New York Mets last season were in first place of the NL East all year. Literally the entire season, we were in first place until we collapsed in September and the Atlanta Braves stole the division title from us, and then we lost in the wild card round. Not predicting that to happen, but like that that's what this reminds me of, a scenario like that the Dolphins would be in first place in that. But man, I'm just saying that would be crazy for the division if that does happen, even though I still think it's not likely.
Yeah,
we're gonna shock the world this week. We're gonna shock the world this week.
And so for anybody that is like on the whole narrative of, oh, like this NFL is scripted, it's rigged, like there's certain things that, you know, sort of spiral downhill or roll downhill rates. So with these officials, I said this earlier, don't be surprised if you see the referees favoring these Ravens heavily next week and the referees heavily favoring the Bills next week. Same thing with the Chiefs and that other game going into it. Because the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to tell you this, they want Week 18 to
I know it.
Monday Night
Football. I know they want to get that bum Josh Allen a chance.
They want Josh Allen in the playoffs because of all of the injuries that have been sustained this year. They tried helping Pat Mahomes out, but that receiving core is absolutely doo-doo right now. They found a new golden boy, hence why the Bills have began the greatest story ever told. So
listen, let me
get your hopes up. I'm just saying the NFL wants this to happen, and it is going to happen.
Yeah, now y'all remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Even a Bills fan can recognize that if the Dolphins lose to the Ravens, they skew in the game, and if the Bills beat the Patriots, they skew in the game because they want Week 18 to happen. They want to give that little wonder boy a little chance to do something in Josh Allen. But
I can admit that I
matter.
want it just from a fan, just for entertainment purposes.
Everybody wanted, but it won't matter. Even if it came down to it, you got to come to Miami and face Tua Jiu-Jitsu Tagovailoa, baby. It's a wrap, man.
Do I got to pull up your Twitter account? Sorry, let's save that.
No, you can pull it up. I done found the key. Just be opposite on Twitter, and we'll win on Sunday. That's the first time that don't work. That's all it is, baby.
So we have to talk about, of course, that Dolphins and the Cowboys game.
And then we will get into all your super chats, by the way, because we have 12 of them already. So right after this.
And so then several super chats, and then afterwards we will get into the game preview. TD, you beat a team that has a winning record. You beat a team that is a playoff team. What went into that victory? And I also feel like everybody wants to hear about Waddle as well, because that's a pretty big story.
He good. He got news today. He might be playing. I don't think we need him. I think we need to rest him for the last game of the week, so that we could win the conference. But that's neither here nor there right now. I think we beat the Dallas Cowboys, man. We took care of business. We did what we needed to do. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought battle. They came in scared. They were terrified. You know, they are the number one man coverage defense in the NFL, and they play 80% zone, and they fed right into our hands. You know, all these teams feed right into our hands because they're so scared of the speed, and they go zone, and we kill them anyway. All right, so at the end of the day, it was a good matchup. We actually didn't even play our best football. See, that's what people need to understand. We didn't even play a great game. You know, our defense did a lot of things, but our offense did not even play a good game, but we went in and we scrapped it out and we got a victory. Imagine us playing a good game. We're focused now. We're a little healthier now, and that's what's going to happen going up against the Ravens and the Bills. So the Miami Dolphins beating the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to be honest with you, it had no impact other than keeping a lead in the division. There wasn't that big of an impact. It was like getting that half of that Tennessee game back. That's what that was about. So moving forward, man, it's all about the future. We're not worried about the scrubs. Cowboys ain't proved to be nothing all season. We got the victory, though. We really just wanted to shut everybody up with the narrative. Ain't be nobody good. I mean, it was a true narrative, but hey, now we have, and now we'll continue to do it, and now we'll beat what many consider the best of the best and show them that we're the Super Bowl favorites and we're going to win it all. It's that simple. Nothing else to say. I just love what we did as a team, fighting and gutting out a hard-fought win. That's what it's about, baby.
Mm-hmm. And Rich, what you got to say about that game, baby?
Yeah, I got to give the Miami Dolphins credit. I think they deserve flowers, 110%. They went out there and did something that they have never done this season, that being, not beating a winning team. And I think that's a really big deal for the Miami Dolphins. I think Dolphins fans should be pumped up for that win. I don't think there should be any reason for you to believe anything other than you got a win against a really good team. And the Dallas Cowboys are, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the NFL still after that game. Listen, man, that just goes to show you that when the Miami Dolphins can really play defense at that level and limit the offense, that they're a completely different team. You know, even without scoring touchdowns, winning in that fashion with Sanders, getting a lot of those points, not relying on putting up 5-6 touchdowns a game like they've done sometimes this season where their offense is being that good. I really think that this win really showed you that these Miami Dolphins could make a run in the playoffs. I really do. And I think that they're the front runners to win the division for a reason. And I think that, to kill that narrative, and for the people that are upset about the narrative, first of all, the narrative was a fact that you literally haven't beat a winning team. So like everyone that's upset about it, beat a good team. Congrats. You beat a good team. Therefore, the narrative is done. And that's all you had to do, and you did it. So you deserve your flowers. I'm giving you your flowers. I think the Miami Dolphins proved a lot of people that they are not this fluky team that's just going to beat up on bad teams and lose to good teams. I think that they have proven that they can not only beat up on good teams, but potentially make the playoffs by winning the division and making a run into the postseason, and dare I say, make it to the Super Bowl, right? Because if this team stays healthy and really plays at their caliber, they have the best offense in the NFL. And when their defense is starting to improve under Vic Fangio, and you got a healthy Jalen Ramsey, and everyone's staying healthy over there on that side of the ball for the most part, and you stick with that scheme, they're only going to get better as the season goes on. And I think Dolphins fans have every single reason to be super excited right now about their team.
Okay, so I'll start off by giving flowers, and then I'll get real. All right, first off, good win. Okay, I mean, listen, I feel like just about the entire world will laugh at the Cowboys, right? So they got their ass kicked by the Bills that week before, and then they ended up losing right to Miami. It's ha, 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 frauds, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't matter because you guys did end up scraping by with a victory. And let me tell you what, don't let anybody take that away from you because there is no such thing as a bad win in December. All right. It's all about making sure that you capitalize on other teams' mistakes and finding a way to win when it matters most. And you did that. But it doesn't mean that you still shouldn't be concerned about a few things. All right. Number one, the fact that your offense only accounted for 1 touchdown. I mean, definitely go on ahead and give your kicker his props because dude was on the money, right? I mean, sometimes you need to win games like that. You really, really do. But if it wasn't for that fumble right on the goal line for the Dallas Cowboys, we would be having an entire different conversation. Not that that mattered because let's just say that you guys capitalize and that's what good teams do. But there is a cause for concern, especially with Waddle definitely being right up in the air as far as he is going to be going up against Baltimore. Even if he does play, I cannot imagine that he's going to be 100%. We do know that Tyreek is also definitely he's going to be like having played through several injuries as well this coming week. Say that I'm a Dolphins fan and I'm going up against Baltimore Ravens defense that literally took the ball away 5 times and made the San Francisco 49ers look like dog shit, who, by the way, I would say is the best offense in the NFL. Have you? Not the Miami Dolphins. That's the Niners right there. I would be a bit concerned. But overall, congratulations on the Cowboys. This is a massive test right now, and we'll see how it plays out. Because quite frankly, I've said this on my stream before, this Ravens team is the only team in the AFC that scares me right now. That is the only team that genuinely scares me.
All right, listen, man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I ain't heard a word Richie said. I ain't heard a word you said, Dan.
Oh, God, man.
Are you serious?
No, I'm serious because I'm reading that Tua's on the injury report right now, and I'm trying to figure this out, bro.
Let's pull it up.
I gave you flowers and everything.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention to y'all. I read that Tua's left thumb and quad injury had him limited in practice today, and he was limping.
Oh, he's fine. Limited is fine.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I wouldn't say that. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, So it's a cause for concern, but until a quad might be pretty interesting, especially with that pass rush in Baltimore, though. So that's also something to be concerned about.
I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. It just threw me off. It threw me off a little.
No, it makes sense.
Really,
the first, right when I gave you flowers, you tune out. It's okay. Okay, so nothing but praise, nothing but positive things to say.
Yeah. So it was a great win, but so I was saying that I feel like that there should be cause for concern, especially with the injuries in your wide receivers and the fact that this Baltimore Ravens defense literally made, in my opinion, the best offense in the NFL look absolutely juvenile last week.
The difference is, though, Dan, San Francisco got Brock Purdy. We got the league MVP, and Tua Tagovailoa. He's going to win it this year when he beat Lamar. He's going to be the favorite. I mean, I think we can all agree that when Tua beats Lamar and he balls out, he's going to be the MVP favorite. You forgot what he did last year with 6 touchdowns. So 6 touchdowns versus Baltimore.
So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, man.
Yeah, he's going to do that again.
And so
maybe 5 this time.
Yeah.
So I really don't think that a QB should win the MVP this year, in my opinion.
Because you don't want to see Tua win it. If Tua scorches Baltimore for 4, 5, 6 touchdowns, he deserves it if he scorches Baltimore for 4, 5, 6 touchdowns. He deserves it. And that's what's pretty much going to happen.
So real question is, based off what you saw them do to the Niners, you have confidence that not only you'll win, but you'll have Tua have a 5+6 touchdown game?
I mean, again, it's about matchups any given Sunday, but yeah, man, we could break through Baltimore. I mean, yeah, it's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. This game might end up 9-6. We don't know. But what I do know is, as long as Tua don't turn the ball over and he makes enough throws, because look at the Dallas Cowboys game. Tua wasn't great in that game. I know people going to make it seem like he was. He wasn't great, but he didn't turn the ball over like they did one time. That was the difference in the game. He didn't turn the ball over, and he made the one or two throws that were huge in the game. And he was off. He was misfiring a lot, like 6 or 7 throws. But at the end of the day, he did not turn the ball over. And games as gritty and grimy like that, that's what stands out the most. These quarterbacks don't have to be perfect every game. My knock on Tua in the past was always a game like he just played, he would give that one critical interception and the Cowboys would have won. He didn't do it this time. He protected the football and did his job. It wasn't perfect, but nobody on the team was perfect, but we got the team win because of that. And Tua is in large part to that because he protected the football and made good decisions. I don't even know if he had turnover-worthy plays. So he protected the ball because all it took was one mistake, and he would have lost the game for us, and he didn't. Tua, he going to do it again against Baltimore. Protect the football.
Look at that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Week 17 is in the books.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. 16 is in the books. 17 is right on the cusp of our viewing pleasure. Right before we get into our preview segment, guys, let's go on ahead and check out the generosity from our loyal chatters. Starting off with DD, who comes in. He says, "What's good, everyone? Yo, Dan, are you ready for Week 18? So, Richie, I think you should just try and get a top 8 pick. Master at work, what's up with that $1,000 bet? And TD, that game in Miami and the tailgate was crazy. Fins up." And so, were you at the game, TD?
Mm-mm.
And so, what tailgate are we talking about?
That's a good question. I think you just talk about the tailgate in general. We got a pretty lit tailgates, man. Miami got some crazy tailgates. There's different sections that have different parties. Man,
Yeah.
they even got one section that have strippers and stuff out there, man. It's crazy.
Whoa.
I'm gonna be honest, it's crazy, man.
Well, my friend CD, don't worry, because next year when the AFC's Roundtable has an event in Buffalo, we're going to show you how to tailgate. Baby.
Oh man, here we go.
And so we're all going
in
to
the top 8.
Jumping on tables.
Yo, we're all going through a table on that event next year. Anyway,
And DD, no, we're not getting a top 8 pick, baby. We're going to be out of the top 10. Screw that draft pick. Let's go win some football games.
Oh my gosh, Richie. Stop.
So Dan is right.
Come on, TD.
There will be the greatest story ever told. Unfortunately for Bills Mafia,
I don't root for the
the
tank.
Bills are a side character in this story. Go Dolphins.
Let's go.
Don't steal my bit. Don't steal my bit. I saw a couple of Dolphins fans on Twitter try and claim the greatest story ever told, right as their own. Don't steal my bit, bro. Onward. TD. We are going to blow out the Ravens 42-10. Tua will get at least 6 touchdowns. We will get the 1 seed. Tua will get MVP. Super Bowl is ours.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm here for every bit of that, man.
7-7. One man set himself up for disappointment. Just bought 3 Josh Allen shirts in case we ever go through a toilet paper shortage again. And when I'm done, the shirts will probably look better too.
Wow. Put it on the screen,
Richie. He's got
Richie.
jokes, ladies and gentlemen.
Right here. That's right.
He's got jokes. However,
That's
I will
right.
say that we did end up getting a order, and guess what? It is Dolphins merch, ladies and gentlemen. We have
Please be Tua.
a graphic tee.
Told you. I told you.
Graphic tee that is going over
I
to
told
our friend Clay Elliott. Clay, thank you so much for the support of Roundtable.
Get your Tua graphic tees, baby. That's the secret formula. And wear it during the game. Wear it during the game.
And a little update on the shirts, because we've gotten some emails regarding when to expect them to be shipped out for the people that did purchase the shirts already. Just want to let you guys know these are pre-orders, so they're not going to be shipped out within the first week because when you guys order it, we have our merch guy, Paul, handcraft these himself and manually ship out literally every single order. So just be patient with us. And when we do ship the orders out, you'll be getting an email because I am getting some of you guys asking me, hey, Richie, you ordered the shirt. Where's the confirmation email and all that stuff? Don't you guys worry. It's a pre-order, which means when you place the order, that's when we go out there and we start manufacturing these t-shirts. So after you place the order, we're making it fresh. It's not like they're already made, if that makes any sense. So it might take a little bit longer. So I just want to give an update when you guys do purchase them. Keep an eye out and always shoot us an email if you want to get a little ETA on when to expect your shirts.
Yeah, so for the person who messaged me on Twitter saying, hey, I ordered a Tua shirt yesterday, it didn't come today. It takes more than one day, bro. It takes more than one day.
Definitely takes more than a day. That's for sure.
It's Amazon, just
send me the receipt and all. See, yesterday I purchased it. Where is it? It's gonna take you give it at least a week, bro, at a minimum, just to even be asking. All right.
My Dead in the Water tee fits good and looks great. Fins up. Axel, thank you so much.
Well, man. Axel, guess what? Guess what, Axel? We appreciate you. There he is.
Thank you, man. Look at that, dude. Roundtable Sports merch, looking solid, per usual.
Not a fan of the shirt, but hey,
you got to live with it.
Richie. Go ahead and grab yourself some Roundtable Sports merch, baby. We got it up.
Thank you, Axel. And guys, do us a favor. Do exactly what Axel did here. It was great that he did this. He's tweeted it out, tagged Roundtable Sports on Twitter to let us know he got the merch and give us a shout out. So when you guys do get the merch, would love for you guys to tweet out a photo of you on Twitter or maybe add it to your Instagram stories or whatever. Send it to us. We'd love to see you guys repping the merch. So definitely check us out on social media if you're not already. We'd love to see what you guys look like in these merch.
Richie, they're asking, do we have international shipping?
Yes, we do.
We do have international shipping, indeed.
We just turned that on recently. We actually had a sale in Australia last week, so we do have international shipping.
We have an Australian. Yeah. Dude, look at that. And so I see the Bills winning the Super Bowl on my PS5 only. Sam, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. TD, what are you going to do when the Dolphins eventually fall apart like they do every December? When the Bills win the AFC East again, I don't want to hear any more Josh Allen slander. Anthony English.
That's a great question, though. What would I do if we actually collapse, man?
What would you do?
What does the collapse mean?
It means that the Bills win a division. I would give my team an opportunity to redeem ourselves since we are going to the playoffs, and they need to go win a Super Bowl and make sure that they knock the Bills out eventually. So it won't be the end of the world because we're already in the playoffs as long as we do something special. But if we were to collapse and lose in the first round, I'd be honest with you, bro, that would hurt more than it's ever hurt in my life. But it's not going to happen. Richie, you can smirk all you. Let me see. I told y'all pay attention to this, all right? This is what I was talking about last week.
Tell me that
Richie, low key, is the biggest Dolphin hater alive. He hates our success right now.
This is where I have to press you. I literally got nothing but praise, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't hear one thing you guys said."
Bro, that little smirk you just had on your face. Tell me
that's not just funny to think about the scenario.
Richie, Richie.
You don't expect me to smile off that scenario? That'd be hilarious seeing your reaction to that. Where am I wrong here?
The chat know what I'm talking about. The chat know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you that's my issue with you and Dolphins fans.
They saying it in the chat now. They say, yeah, I've been seeing it too. Richie, you've been having this little haterade version for the Dolphins lately. Anything have to do with our demise, you all for. You don't
because I think it's hilarious to see your reaction to it. That's why I was smirking. I was visualizing your reaction to the meltdown. I was smiling because it would have been freaking content gold. Number one. Number two, apparently I'm not allowed to. Should I just not give you credit anymore? Because when I do give you credit, no one gives a fuck. That's what I'm realizing, you Dolphins fans.
But is it real? Is it real?
Yeah, it is. It's genuine. I mean, did you not hear what I just said? And now I'm still getting pressed that I'm a hater? Give me a break. Do you want me to turn into a hater? Because I could if you want me to.
Richie, man, we already know, man. Low key, you already hate, man.
Bro, if you want me to start hating, I can hate. And I mean, that's not my intent, but if it comes off that way, that's an. I just realized something. There's a big insecurity on your guys' end or something because you guys are really insecure. You guys are very insecure as a fan base. Every little
they are very.
Like, oh, guy's a hater. He hates us. Oh, you can't give us credit. Hater.
No. One thing I will say So
This
one
is
thing I
crazy.
will say as well, like regardless of what I post on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, say it's not even AFC East related. They always try and make it about Tua. They always try to make about whatever I put out. All right. Like today, I had a Baker Mayfield video out. Didn't mention the Bills, didn't mention the Dolphins. And then everyone's like, dude, honestly, man, like this, like, so this reminds me of Tua, who is better than Baker Mayfield, by the way. And like they just go on like this like ridiculous rant. It's 1,000% an insecurity.
Yeah, because you probably
1,000%
undertone. You were probably sending an undertone message to Tua, even mentioning Baker. Be honest. See, we reading through y'all, man. Y'all throw these little non-jab jabs.
Hey,
Like
hey,
Dan,
listen,
like Dan at least embraces the Dolphin hater mold on social media. I'm sitting here
Oh,
chilling,
yeah.
and I'm getting still like just like pinned as a hater more than Dan, which I could take, but it's just like if you want me to become a hater, I feel like you guys are like want me to or something. Because Dan is a hater and he'll gladly admit it. There's nothing wrong.
Oh,
with
yeah. Yeah, dude. Most definitely. You know what? Like, so I said at the beginning of the season, I said, you know what? Twitter is like my lowest platform. I have to grow this audience. So I figured, you know what? How about I become the #1 Dolphins hater on Twitter? And it's been paying its dividends. It seriously has. It's been paying its dividends. But anyway, onward.
I guess I just should I never give you your flowers again, TD? Because it doesn't seem like.
All right, Richie, we'll take your flowers. Just no slick little undertones to them.
It's just hilarious though, because when I do give you genuine flowers, you come back. I didn't hear anything you said. That proves my point.
Man, stop! I was shocked at the news I read.
Proves my point. Slippy Al
says the greatest story ever told is a stupid title / saying. Allen wraps up the MVP when he does his usual against the Dolphins. Go Bills. Well, hey, man, you are no longer included in the prelude of the book that is set to release. All right. But yes, I agree. Go Bills. Dolphins barely beat Dallas. They are about to get humbled by the Ravens. TD is going to be sweating bullets in week 18. Seriousness. Love what you boys do. Go Bills. Rich, thank you so much, man. Sincerely appreciate you. And go Bills.
Thank you, Rich. Great name.
Julian S. became a YouTube member. Julian, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Jets fan. UK Jack became a YouTube member. UK Jack, thank you so much, man. Across
Appreciate
the pond, my boy. And so how about when Hill wasn't in and the Titans beat the Finns in 3 minutes? Facts is without Hill, the Finns are frauds. Ooh.
But we have Hill, so it doesn't matter. We have Hill.
Dan, if the NFL was scripted, they'd definitely have the Dolphins win the Super Bowl with Hard Knocks following us. That's obviously most money there. TD still won't respect Bills if Bills win the division. He's going to continuously move the goalposts, bro. Like I put this out there the other day.
Winning the division in a miracle way that you do. Like if you do, it's some type of crazy rigged miracle. What's going to happen is you're going to lose against the Dolphins in the playoffs anyway. So it'll be justice.
So Bills fans, Pats fans, and Jets fans, okay? Definitely start paying attention to how they are going to continuously move the goalposts, right? So now you're not going to win the division. Then once we win the division, it's going to be like, oh, so y'all are about to get first rounded. Then once we actually advance, they're going to say, oh, and so y'all are about to lose in the AFC Championship. And then once we win that AFC Championship, they're going to say, oh, dude, and the Bills about to go 0-5 in the Super Bowl. Ha, 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 ha. And then once we win it, they're going to be like, one Super Bowl? Laughing emojis. They will continuously move the goalposts all year, baby. Listen, that's exactly what you're going to see for the rest of the season.
You lose us. That's when you lose us in the conversation, Dan. It's one thing to be delusional.
Man, practicing typing it out, bro, because that's what's going to happen.
It's one thing to be delusional about winning the division and all of that crap. But when you mention Buffalo and Super Bowl together, bro, just stop. Stop lying to these people, Dan.
See, like TD, I mean, you sound hypocritical then.
Yeah. Why is that?
And so
because I think there's nothing wrong with a fan that's alive in the playoffs to believe in that stuff. If you're allowed to believe it, why can't Dan believe it?
Richie, his
so at least you have
organization
playoff
has
wins,
no
like, you
Super
know,
Bowl history.
like
He
have
has his
insurance.
organization don't even know what it even smells, feels, or looks like to even hoist the Lombardi. It
So all
ain't
I'm doing is
ever.
calling out your
winning
hypocrisy.
experience.
That's
Yeah,
all
playoff
I'm
winning
doing.
experience.
That ain't hypocrisy.
Any
That's
team
the
should feel
truth. They
comfortable in
don't
the
know
playoffs,
nothing
it should
about
be.
winning
What
a
have the
Super
Dolphins
Bowl.
shown that they've any playoff experience the last 23 years?
Yeah,
If you
but
wanna
that's
bring
the
it up.
last
Colin
23
Coward
years,
said it
Richie.
best.
But we're talking about history. They have
That is
never.
history.
Dude, it doesn't
They have-
even matter, dude.
See-
It
see?
doesn't matter. Those
It's what I'm
players
talking
are in
about, Richie.
retirement
No,
homes
no, no,
right
no.
now,
This is
bro.
not what I'm
That's what I'm
talking about,
talking
TD. I knew you were going to say that. I'm just calling out your hypocrisy. I'm
That's
saying
not.
Dan has a right to believe in that, just like you have a right to believe in your
He
team
don't
winning
have
Super
a
Bowl.
right to
saying.
believe in
If the
something.
Jets
They,
were,
hold
if the
on.
Jets were in the playoffs right now, potentially with a wild card,
Everyone
I'll be
does,
saying
man.
the same thing, and I have every
Dude.
right to believe that.
But you want it. Your
Dude.
organization knows what it
Dude.
feels like to win a
Dude.
Super Bowl. Am I wrong?
Dude.
I don't
what
know how it
does
feels.
But your
what does the
organization does.
1970s Super Bowl have anything to do
72,
with your
73.
team right now?
You're right.
What does that have to do with your team right now?
What does you never winning one have to do with your team? Everything. You never will, Dan. The Bills will
Playoff
never
win
win a Super Bowl.
experience. Playoff win experience. Richie was 2 years old the last time that you guys won a playoff game.
Richie, the last time y'all won
Richie was 2, bro.
Richie, the last time
Hey, Richie,
y'all
please find a
considered
picture of
winning
you
the
as
Super
2 years
Bowl,
old and put it on the screen.
Let there be light. Let there be light is the last time y'all thought y'all could win a Super Bowl. Bro, you will never win a Super Bowl. Your organization will never, and I can say that because you never have.
If any team has the right in this division right now,
Right?
to feel confident about a Super Bowl win this year, it's
the Miami
Buffalo
Dolphins.
Bills,
Why would
because
it be
we actually have
Buffalo? You're not
playoff
even
win
in.
experience with our current roster.
Stop.
We have playoff win experience, fool.
And what experience is that? Losing?
Dude.
Josh Allen being a bum?
Dude, listen, man. This team has won a hell of a lot more playoff games than your team has
And what has it amounted to?
in the past couple of years.
And what has
your team amounted to anything, dude?
Hey, we won
the
a
past
Super
23
Bowl.
years.
Our
What
organization.
does a bunch of players who
See,
are currently
let
in
me say this.
retirement homes
See-
in hospice care have to do with the 2023
See,
Dolphins
when
right
you,
now?
well, Dan, when you love your
What does that have to do with
team,
anything?
you don't love just this current 5-year stretch.
There's the hypocrisy. See,
Richie.
look at
It's
that, boys.
about
The last time,
your
Richie,
franchise.
this was the last time that the Dolphins won a playoff game, ladies and gentlemen. Richie was 2 years old. Look at that, baby.
Richie was actually handsome then. Maybe we need to go back to them days. How about that?
Hey, yo, Richie, you are still very handsome, my friend.
Thank you, Dan. See, at least
Don't
you
listen
got
to
my back.
TD. All right.
Yeah, but look at the smile on his face. That's what when Dolphins win, that's what you get. That's what you get, Dan.
Oh man. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and get through these super chats real fast, and let's get to the game previews because we have a lot to talk about. Obviously, let's move forward. We don't want our flowers until we make it to the bowl. I love it, Merv. Thank you, bro. Habitual line stepper, my ally this week. Thank you, sir. Finn's Filet coming New Year's Eve. That O-line is looking like seafood boil, and the flock D-line finna eat. That weak-ass excuse is for the frauds. I like that. Oh, man, I'm a big dude. Someone drop a Ravens graphic tee in the, right in our store because I'm about to buy one and get it shipped immediately to wear.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Dan, you know what's funny? Y'all say, oh, Dolphins get nervous. They getting scared. Y'all were watching that Cowboys game like, please. Y'all were begging. Y'all were mad when we won. So stop sitting here walking around like with y'all chest poked out like, Dolphins scared. They nervous. They know we coming for them. Y'all begging every week for us to go down.
So y'all do that every single week, man.
Now we already know you're going down.
So y'all do that every single week.
Your quarterback, Josh Allen, we already know y'all going to drop enough games. It's over for y'all. It's a wrap. And I can't wait for this weekend because y'all going to be watching the Dolphins play Baltimore. Sitting there like, come on, Baltimore. You already want to order a shirt. It's pathetic, Dan. This is why you can't win off your own merit.
See, I'm not even mad, and it's not even.
You're nervous, Dan.
No, I'm not, my friend.
You want your story to come true
under my
so
skin.
bad.
It's not under my skin because, I feel like that, I'm witnessing a car about to crash. right?
You wanted to
And
come
I feel
true
bad
so bad.
because I just know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. And you're going to be very sad on here. And I'm not going to be able to come at you because I'm going to feel bad. Like I'm getting that feeling now because I know what's going to happen. Onward.
No, we good.
So what you don't realize is after we beat the Pats, and even if we lose right to the Fins week 18, we're still in the playoffs, and we'll see you again round 1. Y'all are 1-9 against us and won't beat us twice.
Lies. We straight. Ain't nobody worried about
chat, Josh.
Love my Dolphins, but Dan, give us the greatest story ever told again, please. Anthony. Stay tuned, my friend. Stay tuned for it. Watch the greatest story ever told. Watch the greatest story ever told unfold. I'm sick today, boys, so I won't be joining, but TD knows there is where the Dolphins fall off the cliff, like I warned you about. See you boys next week. Andy, sincerely hope that you feel better, my friend.
Yes, Andy, I hope you feel better, bro, but you're wrong. You're wrong. Not this year.
And so I believe the Fins have the most complete team in the AFC, but the Ravens have played the best ball of any team in the league.
Time for us to do it.
It's a nice defense, dude. It's a scary-ass defense. So a Baltimore will be a test, but so that O-line has impressed me. Miami 27 and Baltimore 24. Sanders game winner. # Fins up. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Sincerely appreciate you.
Then it's all over.
Thank you, Jonathan.
What's good, guys? Ravens fan here. I subscribed to the channel so I can come back and rub it in when the Ravens crush those soft Fins and Lamar's MVP. The XO Factory. Thank you, bro, dude. I love Ravens fans, man.
We're not gonna see him. We're not gonna see him again.
I love Ravens fans, baby.
Come on, hide whenever we demolish him.
Dude, okay. TD, when we win Sunday, we eliminated Bills in my mind. Then for fun, we kicked them out. Let's go, Pats. Fins up. Cody, TD, and the Dolphins have a good win-loss record, but honestly, the Ravens should worry you. No bullshit.
It's all good, man. You got to play the games, man.
Get ready. The Buffalo Bills are coming. Absolutely, Anthony. We are. Oh, dude, we are heavy in the chat tonight, baby. And so Bills fans are heavy in the chat right now, and I love it.
So are Jets fans. Alvarado! I cheer for all New York teams unless they're playing my Yankees or Jets. Good luck, Buffalo.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, Alvarado. I can't agree with that one.
Thank you, bro.
Shame.
See, I'm the opposite, Alvarado. Love you, man, but I do not root for every New York team. This is not just a Bills thing. I know it's like a rivalry that like the Bills are the only New York team. Like, I'm not even kidding. This is not a knock on the Bills. In my mind, the Buffalo Bills are not a New York team. They're just not. Because
what are we, Richie?
I'm thinking Canada. Like you know, I'm talking about like New York City area, like right near the biggest
Canadian Bills
on the planet. So like, you know, I'm talking about the New York Giants. You know, as a Mets fan, I root against the Yankees. As a Jets fan, I root against the Giants. As a Knicks fan, I root against the Brooklyn Nets. And of course, as a Jets fan as well, I'm rooting against the Bills because of the division rivalry. Definitely not because of a New York little thing there. But hey, that's just me. Unleash the Fury. Norwood, the greatest Bill of all. $10. What do you guys say about that, TD?
Nothing. I'm just sick of all this Bill stuff. I think we're really wasting our time just like we were with the Jets.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means what it means, Richie. The Jets were frauds. They were trash. I told you they were. You didn't believe me. Everybody talked trash, said, I don't know what I'm talking about. Then it ended up being true. Same thing with the Buffalo Bills. We keep on trying to keep them alive when we know at the end of the day they will die. They will die a miserable death and cry on the AFC East Roundtable. Oh, I can't stand the Bills. Sean McDermott has to go. Maybe TD was right. Josh Allen was trash. It's all going to come down to this. Why is it so? It's because Dan out here brainwashing people. Dan is
You have the audacity to tell me
Dan out
that
here
I'm
brainwashing
brainwashing my
people.
audience. You have the audacity to tell me.
Dan is on his
Yeah, I'm
channel.
brainwashing
The
mine.
greatest story ever told.
It's the greatest story ever told. Bro. Listen, man, like, I'm trying to get this trending. I'm sincerely trying to get it trending in Buffalo.
When he started that, I don't think the Bills have lost since.
We haven't lost since the greatest story ever told.
The greatest story
How
ever
many
told.
W's in a row is that, Dan? I don't even know.
It's been 3 games in a row.
It's 3 that bum.
Oh, that's it. I thought it was more.
No.
Well, so
We
I
lost to the
started.
Eagles, but they played well.
Yeah. So once we lost to the Eagles, that's when I came up with the greatest story ever told. Yeah. It's coming back.
Y'all heard him just say it. He came up with it. He didn't get no real vision. It's all made up.
It's
Y'all
a vision.
gonna see.
I got a vision, bro.
Well,
I got a vision.
we have somebody ready to join the show. There's been a missing energy so far in this show because there's only 3 of us. But we got the 4th man, who is a winning man as well.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you, by the way.
A winning man.
Thank you,
Master-
Tyson.
Fourth place, baby. Let's go.
Hey, you're not a tanker anymore, right? You're winning now.
Yeah, I
Master
love
Work is
I'm
back. No more
I'm
Master
still a
at Tank.
tanker. I'm still a tanker, bro.
You're too good for the tank now, though. The
Fourth
Patriots are too
place.
nice.
I mean, strength of schedule says otherwise if we just lose these next 2 games because Washington has the toughest strength of schedule. So I think we'll get the 3rd pick. But I can't say I'm thrilled about what happened on Christmas Eve. Can't say that. I'm actually was about to do a Tommen from Game of Thrones. Just end it all, bro. That's how pissed I was. But at this point, I'm at the point to where whatever happens, happens. You know, I can't control the outcome of what's happening in these games. I can only be a fan and want what's best for my team. And if the Patriots and Belichick if Belichick thinks that winning is going to save his job, then all be it. But it's obvious that his job is pretty much gone anyway. So he's going to get fired regardless of if he wins or not. So I mean, he's only just hurting his legacy.
Y'all gonna beat Buffalo, bro. Y'all beating Buffalo.
I don't think so, but it is what it is, man.
I don't know. I
Ain't
mean,
really
is there
much
a
to-
world, though, where the Patriots trade back and then build around Zappy? Because he's looking nice.
No, there is no world. I understand you're trying to troll Richie, but that's
fever,
not a
though.
reality.
Hey, Russell Wilson out there. He might be available next year.
Well, if you know the Patriots' history of being cheap and not paying anybody, you could forget that they're taking on that contract. So you can forget that little noise as well. But
Man,
you
I
know,
was definitely thinking of you during that game.
I was thinking about you too, Richie. I know I saw a lot of your fan base really upset about that win.
Yeah,
it's
we're in
funny
the
because
same
we did the
situation.
same. We did the same thing. We blew a 2-score lead. Blew a 2-score lead only to win at the very end, which is fucking pathetic to me. But
I see you going after some Patriots fans on Twitter about
yeah,
this
I'm starting to
whole
block. I might even block. Bab. I'm honestly thinking about blocking Babs. He's out here repping Stidham in his Broncos jersey, so I don't know if I can take him seriously anymore. He's just a troll. But we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, I'm not happy about the win, but I wasn't that upset about it either. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, happens.
Another
honestly,
thing that we got to get your thoughts of, Tyson. We already went through all the recaps since Monday's show was Christmas. The only game I want to hear your thoughts of, not the Jets game, not the Bills game, not the Patriots game, but the Dolphins. They beat the Dallas Cowboys.
He know what time it is, baby.
I want to get your thoughts of that Dolphins win over the Cowboys.
He know we going to the Super Bowl.
So my thoughts on that is I'm out here. I mean, Colin Cowherd's out here preaching the gospel, man. He's had some really great takes lately about Miami. The same thing I've been spewing, about Miami. I mean, the Dolphins still haven't beaten an AFC team above 500 yet, and that's the conference that they're trying to get to the Super Bowl through. So the Dallas win. Dallas is a fraud. Dak Prescott fumble at the goal line that completely changed the trajectory of that game. Two is a Jason Sanders merchant. He needed Jason Sanders to bail him out. So Waddle's hurt. He might not even play the rest of the season. They're pretty much cooked. But they got a dub against a fraud team. On paper, you can say that the Dallas Cowboys are a winning team, but they're the same frauds that Miami is. So I'm not really taking that win seriously. I think the big game is against Baltimore, and we all saw what Baltimore did to San Francisco on Monday night, which made me some money. But I think if Miami's going to want respect, they're going to have to beat Baltimore and then Buffalo, because I think that's the only way they can get the number 1 seed. So I don't really have much thoughts about it. I'm not giving Miami any respect for that W. They kicked 5 field goals. I mean, there's nothing really impressive about that win other than Dallas and Dak Prescott do what they usually do. They shit down their pants legs. So we'll see what the real Miami Dolphins look like against the real team in the Baltimore Ravens. And if they can beat Baltimore and that game's in Baltimore, then they'll get the respect that they think they deserve.
I agree.
Because at that point, they'll be the number 1 seed. They would have won the division. And at this point, if Tua outplays Lamar Jackson and they win, then I don't know how you can make an argument against Tua being the MVP.
Preach.
So I think everything.
Preach.
Well, here's the thing. Everything that Miami fans want, respect-wise, is going to come down to that Baltimore game. So it's really one game, really, that can make or break Miami season, I'll be honest with you.
You just made Dan the most nervous man in Barnes and Nobles. Greatest story ever told.
So I'm not nervous at all.
You are nervous, Dan.
I'm not.
I will say this: the Bills. I don't know what their issue is, but they played horrendously against the Chargers, bro. And Easton Stick. That was not. If any Bills fan thinks that the greatest story I've ever told, if that's the way you want to keep writing the book, by all means, keep writing. But I promise you this: that was not a good win, Dan. I don't care how you slice it. A win is a win, right? A win is a win.
It is win.
The good thing for Buffalo is going into playoffs, which I think they'll make the playoffs at this point, is you don't have to worry about playing the Chargers and these bum teams in the playoffs because you have no choice but to beat up to try to prove yourself against these Super Bowl contenders. So
that's what I'm saying, because I feel a hell of a lot better going up against good teams.
Master Word just came in here and told the truth 100%. Much respect to you, brother. See, Dan and Richie want to pile on the Dolphins and disrespect the Dolphins all the way up until you got in. Look at Richie.
So you know that Tyson has ulterior motives. You know he has ulterior motives. He knows that if he sweetens the pot, your pain will be that much sweeter. You know that. Listen,
told no lies.
He's sweetening the pot because he knows that you're going to be that much more sad.
You also listen to every word Tyson has to say about the Dolphins game, but when I'm speaking about the Dolphins-Cowboys game, Tua's hurt. I didn't hear anything Richie said. And now you're just going to spin a narrative that
It threw me off when I read the report about his thumb and
I literally gave probably the most flowers I've ever done in my life on this channel, genuinely, about the Dolphins win.
Yeah,
and
but
you still just said what you said.
You be throwing the stealth jabs, Richie.
Like what?
Stop, Richie. It be them little smirks, them little. Richie,
right now, give me an example.
Richie, we all see it. You can ask the chat. They see
it.
Where? You be having these low key hater moments, bro.
Because I smiled when you brought up the reality of if the Bills win the division.
Slick shade. Look at the hilarious. Chat. The chat chatted out. Slick shade. You know, all of that, bro. Everybody see when you do it. You throw little shots just because you got swept.
Slick shade.
You got swept.
Dropping slick shade.
So I have a question though. Do you want me to hide my appreciation and my praise for the Dolphins? Because when I give it, it's like ricocheting back in a more negative light. Like, this is crazy. I don't know what else to do.
Richie, read the chat. It says Slicky Ricky. It be in your face, Richie. Hate face. See, everybody knows, but Richie, it reminded me something.
I want to go back and rewatch what I had to say about your game and see where this faces are coming from. But go on. What were you just saying?
You got swept, Richie. You got swept.
It's nothing to do with this, bro. We're about to get
swept. It don't matter. I just remembered you got swept. Oh, I can't wait for the offseason. Just to rub it in.
Dan, is there a scenario to where if you beat the Patriots but lose to the Dolphins, you still make the playoffs?
Yeah, we need to have the Chiefs beat the Bengals and the Seahawks to beat the Steelers, and we clinch the playoffs next week.
Ain't happening.
If we beat the Pats.
So you can actually clinch next week, then.
Yeah. We clinch the playoffs if we beat you guys, and
Chiefs beat the Bengals and Seahawks beat the Steelers.
They not beating y'all. They not beating y'all. The Patriots gonna win, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go. I can't wait.
And the Buffalo Bills at home are a scary team, bro.
Belichick say I'm keeping my job.
He's not. He's actually voiced concerns that he's going to get fired. It's something that Belichick's never admitted. He admitted it to it in press conference that he's actually talked to some of his staff members and of that he's actually worried that he might not have his job now. I think winning against Denver actually hurts his job security. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you only just pissed off Robert Kraft even more.
Well, he going out with
because now you're just. Yeah, exactly. So now you're just doing it to hurt the franchise. You're not doing it, and you're doing it for the Shula record and for selfish reasons. Where was this great defense? Where was Zappy? Now this is a more of an indictment on Belichick. The fact that if he thinks Zappy is that much better than Mac Jones, then why didn't he stick with Zappy earlier in the season when Mac Jones was struggling instead of going playing musical chairs with the quarterback position? I think that's going to be more of a detriment to why he gets fired more than anything is the fact that Zappy actually looks okay. And the problem really wasn't that it was pretty much not the offense. It was actually Mac Jones. So, because if you look at some of the play calls, Zappy looks like I want to say starting quarterback. He looks like a serviceable quarterback that could be a viable backup for a team in the future. And the fact that you were playing musical chairs with Zappy and Mac Jones the entire season is more of a detriment why we can't trust Belichick to evaluate the quarterback position going forward. And I think that's ultimately what's going to cost him his job, other than the atrocious and bad moves he's made in the draft and free agent signings. So that's just my take on it. I'm just happy that it's pretty much over. In 2 weeks, we'll see what's going to happen. I don't think the Patriots and there's another rumor floating around because the Patriots and Jets game is most likely going to be Belichick's last game, and they're going to want to, and Robert Kraft is going to want to give Belichick the proper respect before eventually firing him and give him the roses or the flowers, so to speak, when it comes to Patriots fans showing up to that game. I think a decision is going to be made actually after this week. I think we're going to know if Belichick is gone or not, because you're going to see a lot of leaks happening that the decision has been made. Belichick will be fired, just like we see from other franchises like the Steelers. Brandon Staley's going to be fired this time, and the Panthers did it to Frank Reich. So I think after this game, we're going to find out once and for all if Belichick is staying or not, because I don't think the Crafts have any leeway and have any I don't think they can afford to play this waiting game and play this little cat and mouse game with Belichick. A decision has to be made for the future of the franchise going forward.
Wow. That's interesting.
Very much
That is
so.
interesting. The Patriots, man.
Buffalo.
Very much so.
D Royale with the $5 super chat. Actually, the Dolphins have more playoff wins than the Bills, and Miami has been off for 20 years.
Dude, those teams have nothing to do with the 2023 Miami Dolphins.
Well, 2023
They have nothing to do with that. All right. And I'm so glad that like you guys love looking back on history, because once again, it's going to be all that you have when this year ends is your history of a bunch of players who are currently in the retirement home or have passed on right to a better life. All right. Has nothing to do with what your team is right now. Zero. Dan, what happens if we win out and the Bills don't make it? Listen, man, I'm pretty sure that you had this exact same question, but just filled in blanks. I'm pretty sure I've read, Dan, what happens if you lose to the Chiefs? Dan, what happens if you lose to the Cowboys? Dan, what happens if you lose right to the Chargers? The what if game is over. It is absolutely over. The Bills are here, and we're not slowing down. Hottest team in the NFL, and we're getting hot at the right time. Justin gifted one AFC East Roundtable membership.
Let's go.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Justin. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's dope.
Explain. Guys. We are playing without the pressure, so to be in the playoffs, so we can blow out anybody now. Listen, man, you know what?
That's a lie. You have the pressure of being the number one seed in the AFC, getting a bye and resting your players. You have the pressure of still winning the division. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. Clinching a playoff spot means absolutely nothing. I mean, the fucking Colts can get into the playoffs in the wild card round. Now it's a pressure of proving your haters wrong, getting the number 1 seed, getting to a potential MVP nod, and winning the division for the first time since 2008. I think there's a lot left still to be playing.
I think there's massive pressure on Miami because even though we've made the playoffs, remember, our season is a failure if we don't exceed what we did last year. So it's still the collapse possibility still there. And if you lose in the first round, that's a failure. It's a failure. So at the end of the day, we need to go out and get it done. So there is pressure on this team, and they have to fight through that pressure and make sure that they execute and get it done. But we'll be fine. We'll get it done, but there is more pressure than it seems. Yeah. I mean, you got to think about it, man. Our future, this is our future on the line as an organization, because if you flake out, if you lose the division and the Bills winning and we lose in the first round, then you got to get better as a team in the offseason, and we don't have money nor draft capital to get better like that.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that.
Uh-oh.
We don't have money nor draft capital. It has to be something that you can build on right now that you can feel confident with. You know,
it's now or never.
What I'm saying is at least a conference round or never. You see what I'm saying? So you can't go into this going to war next year with the same team going on their third year together, and you still ain't win a playoff game. You have to. So yeah, the pressure's on Miami because we ain't proved nothing yet other than we could get to the first round. And that doesn't amount to nothing, especially after last year. So here we are.
Dan, Cody sent in a super chat to you.
Cody says that if we have a home playoff game, I will fly you out. I have season tickets. Dude, I sincerely appreciate that, but I already bought my flight back home for the AFC Championship when we host the Cleveland Browns, my friend. I'll see you then.
Can't believe this, man.
What?
Yeah, it's the Bills-Browns. It's the AFC Championship. You heard it here first.
Any Salah puppet t-shirts? Not yet, Tony. I love that. Anthony, who is a great member of the show. If the Dolphins beat the Ravens, the Dolphins have my respect. I don't think it will happen, but we will see on Sunday. Go Bills.
Yeah, we're going to get everybody's respect Sunday. We're going to get everybody respect Sunday.
And so I will, yes. And so I will admit that. If you somehow can beat the Baltimore Ravens, and not even Lamar Jackson either, like, frankly, I do think that he's being overhyped. I think Richard Sherman said it best. Like, why is he in the MVP conversation when he's literally middle of the pack in every single notable category? Right now, it's their defense. If you can beat that Baltimore Ravens defense, then yes, I will give you your respect. Dolphins fan.
I disagree with everybody that says, I disagree with everybody that looks at Lamar's stats. Because this game isn't just played with how many passing yards and how many passing touchdowns you get. At the end of the day, it's called most valuable player, not most valuable quarterback. And that works in Lamar's favor even more. Most valuable player. The man, when you put all his touchdowns and all his yards together, he's up there with everybody else.
TD, you're sounding very hypocritical again.
How?
You know who else deserves some praise then?
Who?
Josh Allen.
No. When it comes to
Josh accounts for 83% of all touchdowns.
Josh Allen literally leads the NFL.
You're not listening.
Okay,
I haven't said that he's not in the MVP race. I've already been the person that said if Josh Allen wins the division, he's gonna probably steal it from everybody. I'm the one that said that. He's going to swoop in because I'm telling you, this is how it's going to go down. If it comes there, if the Dolphins lose to the Ravens, Lamar's going to be the favorite. Tua's going to be out of there. And then if Josh Allen wins that last week and win the freaking division, they're going to go, Josh Allen put the team on his back ever since he said he was going to do this and that. He won 5 games straight, putting them on his back. Look at his stats in that time. And all. They're going to start talking about Golden Boy again. And his statistics and impact of the team is going to be greater than Lamar's at that point. Right now, Lamar's is greater because of the impact that he has on his team. But if Josh Allen pulls all that off, His impact on his team is going to be the greatest in the NFL this year, especially in how when do they actually announce
fake
MVP?
his praises, Dan. You see his look in his
no,
face.
This ain't fake. This
so
isn't fake. I've been said this. I said this 2 weeks ago. I said what's going to happen is that bum going to go on a run. They're going to start talking about if he wins this last game against Miami, he's the MVP. But I got us winning the game, so he won't get it. But if he was to pull off the division, they're going to put that bum in the front runner for MVP. Screw all them turnovers. This man's statistics are going to be there. His impact on his team is going to be there. He came back and took the number 1 spot in his division. He will win the MVP award if he does that. I am telling you. It's going to be Josh Allen. Nobody will be able to deny a 5-game win streak to come back down 3 games to win the division and get home field advantage in the playoffs. The man will win the freaking MVP.
But I don't think the Bills can get home field advantage, can they? I don't think
in the first round, though. They can get the first round bye.
If they win the division, then they have the home field. And wild card.
Yeah, for wild card and the divisional, say that they advance. But I will stay on my take, and I did say this. I could care less if Josh does do all of that, which I sincerely believe that he's going to.
Because he's not. He ain't winning no division.
I seriously believe that if this MVP is not given to either Tyreek or CMC, then I think that
it's not.
The NFL world should be pissed off. It's not going to happen. I think a QB will get it, but I think this is the first year where I think that it should, because they might as well just call it
the most valuable quarterback.
Exactly. Because
that's why there's the Offensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, but
quarterbacks usually win that as well.
I mean, it's usually a quarterback MVP and then like a playmaker for the Offensive Player of the Year.
Tyreek will most likely get Offensive Player of the Year.
This is why win MVP, he'll get I agree with that. This is why Josh Allen, if he was to pull it off, he would win MVP, because his impact will be bigger than Tyreek's and Christian McCaffrey's. And you know what they're going to look at? They're going to look at the end of the season. Christian McCaffrey just lost. At the end of the season, last 3 games of the regular season, to Baltimore. They're going to look at Tyreek, because if Josh Allen pulls this off, Tyreek would have lost to Tennessee, Baltimore, and Buffalo. Josh Allen will leapfrog all of them and win the MVP, because they're going to start planting that seed after this weekend. If the Dolphins lose to Baltimore, they're going to wipe Tua and Tyreek out of the discussion, and they're going to start planting that seed. Look at Josh Allen. Richard Sherman's already doing it. He's already saying, look at Josh Allen. I mean, when you look at his stats, but the thing Josh Allen is missing is the impact on the team. The next 2 weeks, winning those games and winning the division, ain't no argument about impact of the team. He'll have the full package. Everybody will ignore the turnovers, because now other people are catching up with turnovers. It's just how it's going to happen. It's how if it was to happen that way. But the good thing is they won't beat the Dolphins, so it doesn't matter. So at the end of the day, at home, he's going to lose.
Let's get into this final super chat so we can finally announce. Oh, it's not our final one yet. You got swept, Richie. TD is right. Richie is salty that the Dolphins are legit. If the Jets were that good, he'd be going nuts praising them. Yeah, congrats on the sweep.
Sweep.
Alex says Zappy is about to zap that ace on the Bills.
About to zap that ass. Oh, dude. If somehow a miracle is...
We have a terrible track record playing Buffalo and Buffalo. A terrible track record recently since Brady left. I don't think that, honestly, if this game was in New England, I would believe you. But this game's in Buffalo.
Let's go Patriots.
If somehow the Pats do win, then we will make some Zappy merch, bro. Some shit that says you got zapped.
All right, let's get into the announcement. All right, the announcement is an announcement. If you guys want to go help us out, because we are officially launching the next Roundtable here on Roundtable Sports. And if you guys want to go check them out, the channel is live. They've been live for a long time now, but I just linked them in the chat. If you guys want to go check it out, next Tuesday, 9 p.m. EST, the NFC West Roundtable will be debuting, and we're really excited. This is an intriguing division So if you guys want to do us a gigantic favor, go over to the NFC West Roundtable. I just clicked it link. Just put the link in the chat. We're trying to get this to 1,000 subs by the start of their show. We showed you guys this last week, but now that the channel's up and the live stream is all scheduled, it's all ready to go. Everyone go over there, smash that like button, and go subscribe to the NFC West Roundtable. And I love to see you guys, the AFC East Roundtable people, being the supporting the main supporters for all the channels that we're launching, because we are the original Roundtable, baby. This is the original Roundtable right here on the AFC East channel. So make sure you guys go check out the NFC West Roundtable. This will be live again, not for a while, but not till Tuesday. See, look at me, Mossy NFL. Shout out to you,
Mossy
Ori, in
NFL
the chat.
is the man.
AFC East Roundtable sent me. Everyone do exactly what Mossy NFL did. Go to this chat and be like, AFC East Roundtable sent me, and go hit that like button and subscribe to the NFC West Roundtable, because we are building something special. And don't forget, while you're there, go subscribe to Roundtable Sports' YouTube channel. This is the mother channel. 3 and Out Game Show will be live again next Monday. So if you guys want to go check that out, we would greatly appreciate that. We have a lot of fun on all these different YouTube channels. And if you guys want to be the reasons why we're building something special, go click that link, baby. Let's freaking go.
Yes.
We appreciate all the support.
Hey, listen, everybody, man, we had 1,200 people in here watching. Y'all go over and show your love and support and subscribe to that channel. Even if you don't watch it, subscribe, because we're trying to set those guys up for success.
Yeah.
Go over right now. It's no reason why we can't get 300, 400, 500 of you guys to go over, subscribe, hit the like button, and come back over. Even if you don't want the notifications on, if it's not your cup of tea, because it's helping us do bigger and better things. I think y'all obviously see at this point what we're building is massive. The AFC South, the NFC North, those channels already taken off. Now we want to get the NFC West rocking and rolling. We're building something big. We're building something special. Go over right now, sub to those channels, man, and eventually, they'll be able to hold their own, because I'm going to be honest, the South and the North are already holding their own, man. They already have their own audiences now, and now 1 week at a time, they got to continue to grow, and continue to do bigger and better things for Roundtable Sports, the brand overall. All right, so again, make sure you go subscribe. TD, oh Lord, make sure you go subscribe, and I appreciate everybody who buys into the vision that we have. All right, it's greatly appreciated. For those who don't, it's all good. Just enjoy the AFC East Roundtable. Yeah. It's all good, man. We just asking for those who want to see this thing take off to go help out.
Yep, and go subscribe and go follow us over there on social media as well, Twitter and Instagram. We appreciate all you guys, man. This is something fun. The off season is going to be a lot of fun building this thing out, man.
Oh, man, we have a lot of very fun stuff planned for the offseason. Indeed. All right. Well, ladies and gents, we just ended up recapping Week 16. Week 17 is here, and we have quite a few matchups, including a divisional matchup right between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. So we are moving on into the preview segment, of course, brought to you by a proud sponsor on this channel, and that just so happens to be BetUS. Ladies and gentlemen, BetUS is hands down the number one sports book in the face of the planet when it comes into money lines, point spreads, over-unders, and even a beautiful prop builder. The best part about it is that simply just by hitting that link in our description, they will match 125% of your initial deposit, right? So say, for example, you put in $100, boom, now you have 225, right? There's a lot of debate on who is going to win the division, what these games are going to sort of turn out on based off of week 17 and 18 and onward, and even the future Super Bowl winner. Some of their payouts are super easy. In fact, all of their payouts are absolutely easy, and the best customer service in the damn game, as you can see right now. And so we have our AFC East standings after week 16. So the Dolphins are the favored at -325, and the Buffalo Bills are sitting at a +250. So if anybody is feeling as confident as they certainly portray themselves to be online, go on ahead and throw some cash down, of course, responsibly, on what team you think will do it. And here is a brief message from BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, ladies and gents, like we said, Week 17 is right here, and I'll tell you what. Let's go on ahead and start off with the Jets welcoming their former backup quarterback, Joe Flacco, in Cleveland. Please tell me that stings a little bit, Richie. Does it? And does it kind of piss you off? In fact, and so do you think that if you were to keep Joe Flacco, that he would be doing as well as he has been in Cleveland?
Absolutely not. I think there's nothing to take away from Joe Flacco, but the Browns coaching staff, Stefanski, that offense, the offensive line, the playmakers, and just being in that offense being a multiple years and like under Stefanski, there's a little continuity there. If Joe Flacco got signed by the Jets this year, he's doing the same thing he did last year with the Jets. You know what I mean? He's not putting up these numbers. I think a lot has to do with the situation. Not to say that if the Jets brought in Joe Flacco, maybe we'd be better than we're in a position than we were. I can't deny that, but I definitely don't think he'd be doing the numbers that he'd be doing because I don't think Nathaniel Hackett would be able to do the things that Stefanski's doing as a play caller. I don't think that the Jets have the offensive line the Browns have. I don't think they have the run game in terms of the offensive line that they have. But at the end of the day, man, this game is definitely going to be an interesting one because I'm a fan of Joe Flacco. I'm actually rooting for him, not in this game tomorrow night, but just in general. I think it's a great NFL story. I think that Joe Flacco kind of getting signed off the couch and doing what he's doing right now is really good for the NFL. So I think that, tomorrow night's matchup against the Cleveland Browns with the whole world watching, it's an opportunity for the New York Jets to play spoiler here. Not a lot to play for. Obviously, the Jets are eliminated from the playoffs, but they still have something to play for, a sense of pride, a sense of building some momentum heading into next year because the Jets are very open about bringing back their entire regime next year to run it back with Aaron Rodgers, with Robert Saleh, Joe Douglas, and Hackett. So me personally, as a Jets fan, I think it'll be better scenario if the Jets pulled off an upset somehow and was able to steal a victory against the red-hot Cleveland Browns in Cleveland with the whole world watching, than for them to get embarrassed and blown out and lose and get a better draft pick. I mean, me personally, I don't think the 6th or 7th overall pick is going to be any different than the 11th or 12th overall pick. The way I look at it is the best teams in the NFL, they don't rely on top 5 and top draft picks to build their team. The Jets are pretty much stacked at every position outside of offensive line and a number 2 receiver because I think that they are in a win now mode for next year. If they were in a rebuild mode, if we're ready to, clean house and there's really nothing to play for next year, then yeah, maybe losing would be on my best interest, but that's not the case. I'm a fan that just can't stomach rooting against my team. It's just not my blood. And with Robert Saleh returning next year, I would prefer to see him show some type of life, something that would give me hype for next year with the return of Aaron Rodgers. And of course, the Jets in the offseason are going to be very aggressive to be in a win now mode and not rebuilding. So that's really how I'm looking at it. I'm pretty numb. Like if they lose this game, I'm not going to be like crying. Like I think like at this stage, we're 6-9. And if we lose to the Browns on primetime football, I mean, I've gone through worse things this year than a loss to the Browns at this stage against Joe Flacco. So I'm kind of going in with the mindset of like, it's completely out of my control as a fan, so why not enjoy it and enjoy this second to last game of the season for the Jets and root for my team to win. And I know there's a big, controversy amongst Jets fans. I know Patriots fans have their own thing as well, whether you're rooting for the tank or rooting for the team to win. But that's just, I've always been that way. And I think with the Jets keeping the entire regime for next year, I would prefer them to build some momentum heading into next year. Not to say that I'm predicting the Jets to win because it's going to be hard to beat the Browns, okay? Especially just because of the Browns defense against the Jets offense. I'm excited to see the matchup of the Jets defense against the red-hot Joe Flacco offense. I think that's going to be a fun matchup. But the Jets offense against the Browns defense, it's going to be ugly, okay? That is going to be ugly. The only thing the Jets can hang their hats on is just checking it down to Breece Hall because he had 12 catches for 95-plus yards in the receiving game alone against the Commanders. So if the Jets were smart, keep feeding Breece Hall in the receiving game, keep getting the ball into Garrett Wilson's hands, who is on his way to having another 1,000-yard season as a year 2 receiver for the New York Jets, and try to play spoiler, right? It's not going to be a fun, easy game, but I'm excited. Second to last game of the season. Let's go out there and hopefully put on a show and bounce back and get the W. But hey, I'm definitely not going to be placing any bets on the Jets to win this one based off of what I saw last week against the Commanders.
Those Cleveland Browns, man. Scary team. Sleeper team in the AFC, might I say. I pity whoever that 4th seed is. Seriously, going into it. All right. Buffalo Bills are facing off against the New England Patriots. Tyson, thoughts on that specific game and your overall expectations?
Being how the Bills play down to their opponents, it wouldn't surprise me at all. The Patriots make this a close game. It's in Buffalo, so obviously I'm gonna pick the Bills just because I want the Bills to win. The Bills are obviously a better team than us. Injuries aside, I think Buffalo needs this win, and they need to start playing like they have everything on the line because they obviously didn't do that against the Chargers. Zappy, he's a commendable quarterback right now. He's making plays. He actually plays really, really good in the first half, but obviously does not play well in the second half. He's done that throughout this entire season. So I think if the Bills can contain Zappy in the first half, I think they'll go win this game in a blowout in the second half, to be honest with you. But Belichick's on a mission, man. I don't know. His mission is just to take us down with him, I guess. He wants to go out and win a game like this, albeit, but it's not going to end up well. It's not going to end up well for Belichick at the end of the season. And I think he's going to, honestly, I think the report's going to come out that he's already been fired after this game. So we'll see what happens, man. Whatever happens. I'm already, our fate is pretty much sealed at this point. I don't really know what Belichick's agenda is. And for everyone saying that Belichick was trying to tank, it couldn't be further from the truth. The one thing that's solidified it for me was when he threw the challenge flag on a play that pretty much got the Broncos that could have pretty much sealed the win for the Patriots early on in that third quarter, but he chose to throw the challenge flag anyway. So we'll see what happens, man. But yeah, I'm obviously rooting for Buffalo to win this game. I'm not gonna stop now. I think we need to get that number 3 pick. I don't think Arizona is going to win another game of the season. I do think Washington putting Brissett in there, they could pull off an upset. But even if they lose out and we lose out, I think our strength of schedule plays in our favor here. So, yeah.
So as far as my thoughts on the game right now, I mean, I do agree with Tyson that yes, so the Buffalo Bills do tend to play down right to their competition. And like I said, all right, I cannot wait for this game to be over. I would be lying to you if there wasn't something in the back of my head telling me, yo, this is going to be a heart attack game. This is going to be having me on the edge of my seat, and the Buffalo Bills will pull it off at the end. I do like a lot of the positives that are coming out on this. It sounds like that AJ Epinesa will be back. There's a hope that same thing with Daquan Jones as well might be back. Adding him right to that interior defensive line alongside with Ed Oliver, that's going to be absolutely scary and a must need when it comes in to that playoff scenario. But I said this a bit earlier in stream, and I said right now that like this Buffalo Bills team, I think that there's really not a good chance that they are sleeping on this Pats team, right? Number one, they did lose to them this previous or this season alone. So that is going to be right in the back of their head. And then number two, this team has a goal. They recognize that they are not the best team on the road. They see the playoffs on the horizon, and they also see the potential for the division going into week 18 if all things go in our favor. So the Buffalo Bills certainly have something to play for, right? This is an entire different team, especially under Joe Brady. This defense that McDermott does call is still doing very well, right? I mean, really outside of a couple of like last minute collapses, he's still holding teams to quite a few points. So I definitely imagine that this Buffalo Bills team has a lot to play for. I haven't really seen our offense go out there and look like absolute dog water, especially compared right to the Dorsey days. So I have the Buffalo Bills winning. I don't foresee it being an anxiety-stricken game. I do see us taking care of business. I see it being like a 14-point, I'd say, difference, like right between that overall score. But I'd definitely be lying if there wasn't something in the back of my head being like, dude, this is going to be another one of those like sort of nail biters. But this team, as far as confidence is concerned, this team has proven year after year after year after year, we don't lose in December. We do not lose in the month of December and toward these late games. We have a lot to play for. I have the Buffalo Bills coming out on top and going into week 18 with the division up for grabs. TD, what you got,
Yes,
man?
sir.
Talk to us.
Buffalo, they'll win this game, like I've been predicted. But it ain't guaranteed. We could all be shocked with the Patriots winning because y'all ain't that much better than them. But y'all will win this game. It would, like I said, it won't matter because we'll be Baltimore. But y'all will win this game. Bills fans will be at an all-time high like they always do, just to get smacked down at the end of the day. The Patriots just don't have enough. When Josh Allen is in this mode, they're just hard to beat. I mean, everything I predicted is happening with the exception of the Eagles game. I had y'all winning that game too, but y'all played very well and still lost. But I knew this would happen. I knew that y'all would go on a ride and y'all would play us the last game of the season to determine y'all playoffs. But that's where it all ends, man. So I got Buffalo in this game. It ain't nothing impressive though. People need to realize that there's nothing impressive about this. I told you this would happen. We'll see when we beat Baltimore and crush your little hopes for the division. All right, so that's simple. I got y'all. I got you.
So I believe that Richie must be using the restroom at this point, but I would be sincerely surprised if he were to say that the Pats were going to win or he didn't want to echo. I'd say like literally everything that we all just said on this. So let's move on to the game of the week. A lot is on the line. The Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. I'm seeing a couple of Ravens fans in the chat already. In fact, Ravens fans, stand up, all right, and throw so the Ravens emoji right in the chat.
They nervous.
Let us
That's
know
why
you're here.
They nervous.
Let us know you're in here if you're a Ravens fan.
I'm here.
A real Ravens fan.
Because they nervous. They nervous. The Ravens
And
fans are nervous.
Ravens fans, let's hear it. All right, TD, let's hear your take on the game.
It's simple.
TD, how's the coffee?
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope, Richie.
What flavor is it?
Well, hazelnut. Tastes like that. Yeah, it's hazelnut.
Who the heck drinks hazelnut coffee?
The division winner.
Now, you know what? I do have to say I'm a little disappointed in you.
Why, Richie? What's wrong, man?
All seriousness, no hate, bro. But like you're drinking out of a Dragon Ball Z mug and not the Roundtable mug.
Yo, don't hate on Dragon Ball Z mug, dude. That's a sick mug.
No, nothing against Dragon Ball Z. It's just a lack of support for the brand. You know what I mean?
Richie, I was drinking beer in my AFC East cup earlier. You know, I got to switch it up. The wife brought this. She brought it. Richie, take it out on her, man.
No, he's wearing a Josh Allen's trash shirt, bro. He's wearing.
I'm just playing around, man.
So where's
I'm
your
ripping.
merch at, Richie?
My merch. You want to see some
where's
merch?
your merch at, bro? Yeah.
I'll get some merch, Dad.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I want to show? Sorry, am I cutting up this segment because I just got back?
Yeah, you are, Richie. Yeah, you are.
All right,
But
yeah.
all good. It's all good.
No,
man.
you guys can continue.
You always doing us like this, man.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, listen, man. This is how it's gonna go down. Okay. The Miami Dolphins will defeat the Baltimore Ravens. What everybody's doing right now, they're on this big old little high, you know, like, oh, Baltimore just stopped the 49er. That's all it is. Everybody's on this high based off of what you recently saw. You also saw the Dallas Cowboys stomp the Eagles. And look how trash they've been the last 2 weeks. This ain't nothing new. We're used to this. We're not worried about the Baltimore Ravens. You know why? Because what nobody want to talk about is the fact that Tua owns Baltimore. They can't stop Tua. They just can't. He demolishes them every time he gets in a game and plays against them. He's just slicing and dicing them apart, man, every single time. What a lot of people don't know, this man put up 6 touchdowns on them last year. in a comeback victory. 6. I ain't say 5. I ain't say 4. And that would have been gone in game 6. 6.
How many?
6.
Not 5.
6.
Not 4.
6.
Definitely not 7.
It's about to be. Listen, man. 6 touchdowns. Bro, I don't want to hear nothing about, but this is a different team. Well, Tua slices and dices y'all every time, regardless.
You guys remember Cold Raven? We got to get him on here right now.
Yeah.
I know Cold Raven.
Call him. See if he's doing anything. I want him on here right now.
Why? So he can come on here and lie to himself and lie to these people?
What do you mean? That'll be sick to see you and a Ravens fan go after each other.
Listen,
that's not gold.
Listen,
that's a hater. Sorry, guys. I'm hating because I want to watch as a fan a Ravens creator and a Dolphins creator go after each other.
Rich,
I'm going to get Engraven.
Yeah, Engraven.
We see if Engraven comes in.
We got to collab.
He blocked me too.
We got to collab this week, man.
Future AFC North representative, maybe?
You know what? I might bring him on Friday night show if he's available for the Miami Dolphins Roundtable on Friday night. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to do something, man. But listen, the Ravens know we own them, man. So no matter how good they look and how fancy and then big time and physical they look, they can't stop Tua. Tua's about to slice and dice that secondary up, and it's going to make him the MVP favorite, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't much analysis to bring into this. Yeah, we're on the road, but we've done it before. The last 2 games we played the Ravens, 2-0, baby. 2-0. You know why? Because Tua absolutely ripped them. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like Tua owns the Patriots. But he demolishes the Ravens every time he's in the game, bro. Y'all are about to see a 400-yard game, maybe 5 touchdowns, probably an 80% completion, and we're probably going to beat them 35-20. I'll give them 20. I'm going to say 17. I'll give them 20. 35-20, and everything coming through Miami, and that's a wrap. We can rest our players in the last week and let Buffalo get the little scraps if they want, if they even win then. That's it. It's simple. I ain't got to go back and forth with people, bro. This is the game. We're going to shock the world.
Ooh. All right, Richie. What do you got on this game, man? Talk to me.
I don't know. What does TD want me to do? Like, everything I say doesn't really sit with him.
Like
just say what you believe without the sly smirk. That's all.
Bruh, the sly smirk. Okay, somebody go back and clip my last talk about the Dolphins and send a screenshot of one smirk I made. Listen, this is going to be a great game. This is a great NFL game. You saw the matchup last year that TD keeps referring to with Tua with the comeback. And you talk about probably not only the best team in the AFC, but the best team in the NFL right now, the Baltimore Ravens.
Wow.
Coming to Miami. You kidding me? What? Is that not a...
Why are they the best team in the NFL right now? Because
Right now, they're the number 1 seed in the AFC, and they're, in my opinion, the best team in the league. If the Miami Dolphins right now were the number 1 seed, I would say they're the best team in football. And if they beat the Baltimore Ravens, by the way, guess what, TD? Next week,
I better hear it. I better hear it, Richie.
Miami, yeah, absolutely. I'll give you your flowers when you prove it. Because if you missed what I said when I was breaking down the game against the Cowboys, there was a narrative around the Miami Dolphins that they can't beat a winning team. And the only way that narrative was going to go away is if they could beat a winning team. And guess what? They did it. They beat a winning team. So now they have my respect. I can take the Miami Dolphins seriously from a non-biased, objective point of view, just from an NFL fan. You look at the Miami Dolphins, they are built where if their offense is playing like the level that we expect them all season long, the best offense in the league, and to connect that with Vic Fangio, who is becoming, his system is finally, it took a little bit because it's year 1 with Fangio with Miami, but now all of a sudden, the Dolphins have a top 5 defense to go along with the best offense in the NFL. So if they can stay healthy, I think these Miami Dolphins have everything on paper and the coaching and the swag and the energy to make a run in the postseason. Not only obviously make the playoffs, which they already clinched, and win the division, but I generally see that with the talent that they have and the superstar talent and how they're also winning on defense, that they can make a run. And that's the only way I can get my head to believe in that is if they could beat a winning team. And that's what they just did against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this is going to be the next test where, my opinion, the Baltimore Ravens are the number 1 seed. Like, if I were to make a power rankings, I would have the Ravens at number 1. And if the Dolphins go and beat the Baltimore Ravens, I might have to put the Miami Dolphins there at number 1, depending on what happens around the NFL. So I think this is a big game for the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins have a chance to obviously beat them. I think it's going to be a close game. But also, the way I'm looking at this is, yes, the Miami Dolphins, they beat the Dallas Cowboys, but the Baltimore Ravens just dismantled the San Francisco 49ers on the road. Like, that was unreal. Like, to see the Baltimore Ravens go into San Francisco across the country, might I add, against one of the best teams, if not the best teams in the NFL at the time, red hot, Brock Purdy. Everyone's talking about MVP Brock Purdy, and everyone's questioning it. How is that even possible? Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, their defense is top tier. And they went in there and did the way that they did, dominating defensively that well. I knew the Ravens had a good defense. Like, that wasn't a shocker, but to see a defensive masterpiece like that, just batting balls at the line of scrimmage, getting interceptions, Kyle Hamilton finding the ball every single way he possibly can, and to go exist with an offense that is just Lamar Jackson. In my opinion, I've always been a big fan of Lamar Jackson all throughout his career with the Baltimore Ravens. I've always been on the side of, like, defending him when people start hating on him that he's just a running back. I'm like, dude, give me Lamar Jackson on the Jets. You know what I mean? Like, hearing people just crap on Lamar, I'm like, can I have Lamar? I mean, like, Lamar's awesome. I've always been a fan of his. I feel like he just plays with this, like, presence that's different. I don't think there's any quarterback in the NFL that's like Lamar Jackson. Not to say he's the best QB in the NFL. It's not what I'm saying, but his style to me is really cool. I love the way he runs with the football. I love that now I feel like he doesn't rely on his legs as much as he used to when he was younger with the Baltimore Ravens in, like, year 1, 2, and 3. I feel like now it's becoming more of an actually really good pocket passer. Not only in the pocket, though, Lamar can make you miss on the run, scrambling to the right, to the left, staying behind the line of scrimmage, throwing dimes down the field on the run. I mean, that's really where Lamar kind of elevated his game. And we're talking about a former MVP, might I add. This is an MVP of the NFL, and I think this could be the Ravens' year. Just bringing this up, the AFC as a conference and seeing where the expectations were in the summer to now where it is now, I think that we can say that this is the year of the injured quarterback in the AFC. And the Ravens, the Dolphins, the Bills, are teams that were able to survive the injury bug at the quarterback position. And you look across the rest of the AFC, it's just injuries everywhere. And it's sad as a Jets fan that, like, the year that it feels like the AFC's not as stacked as you initially thought, that the Jets are absolutely eliminated right now. Because I think it's really top heavy. You got the Miami Dolphins and the Ravens are definitely the 2 best teams in the AFC. And that's who are going up against each other this weekend. So it's going to be a tough game. And that's really my thoughts of it, because I think the Dolphins have every way to win, but also what I saw from the Ravens to go on the road, which they're doing again, this time in Miami, to do what they did. It's hard for me to just be like, bro, these Ravens are, like, playing at a different level right now. So it's going to be a really fun game. What do you got, Tyson?
Yeah, Baltimore's going to dismantle Miami. I mean, this is not even going to be a game. I don't even know why
Is
we're
this game in
discussing
Baltimore
it.
or Miami?
It's in
It's in Baltimore. More of a reason why they're going to get dismantled.
I'm sorry. I thought it was
I'm happy.
10.
This game is a 1:00 game. Honestly, I think the NFL should have flexed this to prime time, because this would have been a good game to see in prime time. But at the end of the day, man, I don't trust Miami, especially. I mean, they didn't dominate Dallas. They won by field goals, and Dak Prescott cost the Cowboys another big game like usual. So can't take the Cowboys seriously. If Miami pulls this off, I think obviously they're going to get the respect that they think they deserve. They'll be the number 1 seed in the AFC. And then they get to prove it again against Buffalo. These are the games you have to win if you want to win a Super Bowl. If you really truly believe that Miami are this great Super Bowl contender and Tua is him, then this is the game he has to win. There's no excuses heading into this game. I don't know what the injury update is on Kyle Hamilton, because I think he's obviously right now. I think I would take him as the best safety in the entire league. I don't know, because I know he got hurt against San Francisco, and I think he made like 2 interceptions. He was all over the field. I think that's going to be a problem for Baltimore if he's not able to go. So hopefully Kyle Hamilton will be able to play this game. I know Jalen Waddle is most likely not going to play. I think he's already kind of been ruled out from all the reports I've heard. So It's going to be Tua and Tyreek, and Mostert and A-Chain. So I think the Miami offensive line played really well against Dallas. I think that's going to be an advantage that they're most likely going to have, unless Jadeveon Clowney rips apart that offensive line, because the Baltimore's defense is no defense to be playing around with. You saw what they did to San Francisco, and San Francisco has literally one of the best offensive lines in football, and they dismantled Purdy. They dismantled them. And Purdy and Tua are pretty much the same quarterback in my eyes. Literally the same quarterback. They play in the system. They play on timing. If you watch them, they're literally the same exact quarterback. But just like Cam Newton said, man, we all see it. We all have eyes on the back. We all have eyes. We know who the real quarterbacks are in this league. We know who the difference makers are. And Lamar Jackson is that dude. He's a former MVP. He's showing it again. And I think he should get comeback player of the year, being that he was hurt last year and sat out mostly of the season because of his contract. And for everyone that said you shouldn't have given Lamar Jackson a bag, well, he's proven you wrong. He's proven everybody wrong. There's multiple teams out there that could have signed Lamar Jackson to an offer sheet, but declined not to do so because of his injury history, and they didn't think he was a really good quarterback in accuracy. You got to also understand Lamar Jackson has played without Mark Andrews, his number one tight end. That's really been his safety blanket throughout his entire career. Mark Andrews hasn't been out there. He's out for the season. So Ravens have dealt through injuries and they persevered. Gus Edwards is a really good running back. And Lamar Jackson, he's one of those quarterbacks where you really don't know what you're going to get from him. You don't know if he's going to run it or he's going to throw it. So I think he has that mobility and that dual threat about him, which makes him an MVP top caliber quarterback. And he's the biggest difference maker on the field. It just really depends on how the Miami defense is going to be able to contain Lamar Jackson in the pocket. But I think he's proven throughout his entire season that he can make throws. Not only can he make throws on a run, he can make throws in the pocket too. He's deadly accurate this season. One of the most accurate I've seen Lamar Jackson throughout his entire career. I think he has a point to prove. But man, you can't honestly tell me that anybody would take Tua or Brock Purdy over Lamar Jackson, bro. It's the eye test. I don't, like Colin Cowherd said, I don't give a damn about the stats, bro. I don't care about his completion percentage, this, that, yada, yada. I don't care. You see Lamar Jackson play on Sundays. He's a highlight reel. He's a former MVP for a reason. He's a top 5 quarterback in this league for a reason. And you're not going to honestly tell me if you had to pick between Tua and Lamar Jackson, you honestly would rather have Tua. You something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. It would be like saying, who do you want, Mahomes or Tua? It's not a debate to me. We know what Tua is in his 4th year in his career. We know what he is. He's not going to change. He's not going to give you anything you haven't seen before. It really comes down to, are the Miami Dolphins as a team better than the Baltimore Ravens as a team? Because this is a team sport. I'm not debating quarterback on quarterback because they don't play each other. They play the opposing defense. But I think Ravens are the better team. Not by a lot. I do think they're going to dismantle them because I think this game's in Baltimore. But I think somebody's going to get exposed this Sunday. And whether, like I said, if Miami wins this game, you have the number 1 seed, you have the division, and go out and win a playoff game, you most likely will get the first round bye. Now, obviously, it won't be wrapped up because now you have to hope that if you beat Buffalo, you win a division, and hope Baltimore doesn't win that last game of the season if you do lose to Buffalo. But I think this game is going to show a lot on and expose a lot of deficiencies within Tua's game. So we'll see what happens, man.
All right. See, my thing is that I have all the respect in the world for Lamar. I think that he is a great quarterback. I think that it's even more impressive that he's doing this without Mark Andrews, like was just previously stated. But I mean, honestly, I think the biggest concern for, I would say this, sort of like with these Dolphins fans, that defense is scary. They are the number 1 defense in the league right now for points overall allowed. And what the Dolphins are known for, what they want to do is they want to destroy you with their overall weapons. Their speedy weapons on the outside, 2 of which, in Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, are both injured. We don't even know if Waddle will play, and even if he does, he's not going to be 100%. We know that Tyreek Hill is not going to be 100% either. This team is absolutely locked down when it comes into secondary. The pass rush is absolutely disgusting. There are a couple of things, like you probably could accomplish running the ball because they are allowing about 4.4 yards per carry, but at the same time, this offense is just putting up so many points that you have to eventually rely on this pass game in order to win. And dude, this is here's my take on this game. And this is me not even being a hater. I would be surprised. I would genuinely be surprised the way that this defense has been playing. And by the way, last year so the Ravens D was severely injured that last game. This team is healthy. They're locked down. I would sincerely be surprised if the Miami Dolphins score more than 17 points against this Baltimore Ravens defense. Let me tell you what, they're going to have to make sure that they find the end zone a hell of a lot more than just once, because Sanders is not going to win a game like this for you. I can assure you that. And listen, yeah, dude, I really don't see y'all scoring more than 17 points against this Ravens defense. I really don't. As much as I love Lamar, as much as I love this offense, I think that this Ravens defense should really keep you up at night. And I wouldn't be surprised if y'all lose quite a bit of sleep for the rest of the week because of it. So
ESPN needs to hire Dan.
Kyle Hamilton is actually, I think he is going to be playing, so the injury is not as serious as they first thought. And you're correct, Dan. I remember that Ravens and Dolphins game. If you remember,
so many injuries.
While the Ravens, bro, their entire defense was decimated by injuries the entire season. and I'm not saying that, bro. And they lost Lamar too. So not in that. I'm talking that specific game. That Baltimore.
It wasn't the same thing,
bro. They lost everybody, bro. It was like they didn't even have a defense on the field. But
they didn't lose everybody. They were missing a safety, a corner, and a linebacker.
Yeah, so three of the most important positions on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah,
okay. Whatever. Either way, I can't wait for this game because Dolphins fans need a reality check. I mean, I don't understand why they haven't learned their lesson after so many years, but you know, Colin Cowherd's out here. This is what I don't understand about Dolphins fans is that you literally had a big win against the Cowboys. And all you can care about this week is Colin Cowherd and all the haters like me. You care more about proving us wrong than actually winning. Do you see Ravens fans out here having a one-off about Lamar Jackson being a system quarterback? Do you see any fans even throughout the entire Ravens fan base, even when Lamar was having the contractual issues? Did you see any Ravens fans saying, I don't think Lamar's worth that money? I don't think Lamar's worth that money. No, you didn't, because we all know he was worth the money. Apparently the GMs didn't think so because they're stupid, but eventually they gave him the bag that he asked for. You don't see Ravens flock out here bashing each other about how the media doesn't respect us, how Lamar Jackson's not remember there was a huge debate whether Lamar Jackson was a running back or a quarterback. Do you think Lamar Jackson gave a fuck about any of that? No, he proved it on the field. And instead of Miami fans celebrating that they've never been this high off of with like 2 weeks remaining in the season, they rather bicker between themselves and go against the media rather than letting the team smash the media for them because they know they're not confident. If Dolphins fans were as confident as they say, as I see in this chat here, then you wouldn't be bringing up Colin Cowherd. You wouldn't have to bring up Dan Mitchell on Twitter, which I see Dan is literally much owning you guys on Twitter, and he's like the Dolphins number one enemy right now. You wouldn't be out here hating on people that are literally telling you what we believe and what we've always believed. Because here's the fact, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it. 23 seasons. We already know what that means. The Miami Dolphins fan base has been wrong for 23 years in a row. I'm not backing off until you prove me wrong. You've literally never proven me wrong. Ever. I've been right for 23 years. And I'm going to continue to be right, Dolphins fans. So you can hate, but at the end of the day, I'm looking, the more the comments I see, Dolphins fans, your own fan base doesn't even buy it anymore. They don't buy it because they see the product that's on the field. They see what Tua is and what he isn't. Okay? So stick with what makes you successful. Stick with it because that's what's going to end up winning you this game against Baltimore. It's not going to be Tua turning into Lamar Jackson because it's not going to happen. It's a team sport. Stop making this about the quarterback and start making this about the Miami Dolphins are the best team in the NFL because that's what it should be about. It shouldn't be about whether Tua versus Lamar, Tua versus Purdy, or Tua versus MVP. It doesn't matter. It matters whether your team can win, not whether Tua can prove the haters wrong or not. That shouldn't be the narrative. But the Dolphins fans, they just can't help themselves because that's always been a narrative with you. So that's all I got to say. And TD knows I'm right. TD knows I'm right. Let the team do the talking.
I'll say this though. I'll say this. This is where I do part ways with a large group of our fan base. Now here's the sad part. This actually isn't a large group of our fan base. Let me backtrack that. It's a 20 to 30% group, but they're loud as heck. They're so loud. And this is the issue that we have is the fact that we beat Dallas. I was hoorahing, but I'm not out here, hey, where's our respect? Blah, blah, blah. Because I know the truth is the truth. You're not going to get the respect because of how long of a losing history you've had. The only way you get the respect is when it's all said and done and you've done it. You can't come out here and have one win against what many people seem as a fraud team and demand respect. It makes us feel like we've never gotten anything in our life, like this spoiled little brat that's like, please validate me. Please say that I'm good. And like, that's what we look like. I'm going to talk my talk. We're the best team in the NFL, and we're going to prove that every week. But I'm not going to sit out here and beg people to validate us. I might be on here telling these three bums to validate us because we better than them, and we proving it. But at the end of the day, it's just sad how we act out here on Twitter and social media when somebody doesn't give us all the flowers and the utmost credit. Let's go out, and you made a good point, man, say work with Baltimore. You don't see them out here saying, hey, we beat the best team. Give us our credit. No, they're just sitting back saying this doesn't even matter. I mean, Lamar and them said it themselves. This is nothing. We've done this before, and we got smacked in the playoffs. We ain't even had no playoff success, so we don't even understand that this don't matter. That Dallas game means nothing because there's still an opportunity for us to lose 2 straight and lose in the first round and look embarrassed again. So this is where we could sit here and we could talk about how great we are because I'm going to rep this team no matter what. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain when somebody don't give us credit. I know that I'm going to want my credit if we beat Baltimore because that's a real game that matters because too much is on the line. What was on the line in the Dallas game? We expected to make the playoffs anyway, but now you got some real stuff on the line. We go out, we beat Baltimore. Now you ain't got to ask for the credit because it's going to be a game that people are going to automatically give you the credit.
You have no choice but to give the Dolphins credit if they win this game. There's literally you have nothing to say, bro. Like Colin, like what can you honestly? I can't get up here on Monday and be like, yeah, well, the Dolphins won. They still ain't proving shit. Like they've proven that they're the best team in the AFC, and especially if they look the way I think they're going to look if they were to win this game, then there's really nothing you can say. But then we get to the playoffs, but you let that happen when it happens. Exactly.
And you ain't got to ask for it. You won't have to ask for it. But everybody, they know what games really matter. We just act like for some reason we put this cap on like, hey, that game should matter a lot. That game should matter a lot. No, real football fans know which games matter. The Dallas Cowboys game, nobody cared about. They just felt that we were going to lose to Dallas. We proved them wrong, but it still was insignificant. Now everybody knows this Baltimore game matters. And it doesn't matter if we beat them 6-3. They're going to give us credit because this is the number 6 ranked defense. This is the number 1 ranked defense with points allowed. You win this game, it's like it doesn't matter how you win it. It's going to be like a playoff battle unless, a major injury to somebody like Lamar or something. But that's neither here nor there. We will automatically get our respect if we go take care of business right here. We got to take care of business, and we ain't got to show up on Monday. Can you give us our respect now? You ain't going to do. They're going to beat you to it. They're going to be Sunday night giving it to you. They're going to be praising you all crazy, and you ain't got to worry about going to beg for it. So that's what we need to understand. Let's stop inflating certain victories and deflating certain losses. Let's take it with an unbiased approach. Now, I'm going to be biased because it's my team, and I love them, and we're the best thing ever. But I also tell y'all the truth. That's why even in our own fan base, I'm one of the people that, he's not a real fan. Why? Because I'm honest now. Why? Because I got 25 years of being conditioned to now tell the truth. Let's get to telling the truth. And you want to know the truth about the Miami Dolphins real quick? We are a great team that has tons of weapons, but there are certain systems that we play against that we're no good. There are certain defensive schemes that we play against, and our offense is no good. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to find out if we have a Super Bowl winning defense or not. Because offensively, I don't expect nothing in this Ravens game. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I expect nothing in this Ravens game offensively. If y'all ain't been paying attention to our offense in the last 5-6 weeks, then you're just being delusional with yourself. I expect nothing against the Ravens offensively. Of course, we'll get a deep ball to Tyreek or Waddle here and there and might score a touchdown and gets a few points and stuff. But I expect nothing offensively. How we're going to carry this game, we got to be better than them defensively. We've played better. We're playing lights out on defense. Now we got to go out and do it to Lamar defensively. We got to go turn them over defensively. Whatever team plays the best defense win in this game, not offense. Not offense. Whoever plays the better defense is going to win this game. So we're about to find out if our defense is Super Bowl caliber. Stop trying to make it be the offense just to make Tua look better or make our offense with McGenius be the reason. Stop. If you've seen our offense the last 5 weeks, you should not be proud, even in the wins. Let's just be honest. Our defense has to carry these games, and our offense just has to help a little bit. Now, if our offense goes off and explodes, then that's a bonus. But that's as real as it can get for Dolphin fans. That's what we're dealing with. So I'm relying on Fangio to help us get over the hump and Mike McDaniel to call smarter games because we know he keep on doing dumb, boo-boo-the-fool calls too. 4th down from the 5. Different stuff like that. Like, what's wrong with you? But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Our defense going to have to carry this and put a whooping on Lamar. And we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, Richie.
Well, that was a shift.
Yeah, that's the key, Richie.
I have a question.
I got to say we screwed in order to win.
Are you screwed? Are you screwed this game on Sunday?
We're screwed for the rest of our games so we can win.
I'm going to tell you 2 teams. I'm looking at the playoff standings. 2 teams that Miami does not want to see in that first round. The Browns and the Bills.
In the Bills. Yep. I don't care about the Chiefs. I don't mind seeing them again.
They could. I think you guys can wash freaking.
I'm not worried about anybody.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Never mind.
Yeah, I know how the Browns play defense, and it's not good for our offense. And with Flacco doing what he's doing, that's a wild card. I don't like that. And the Bills, of course, I don't want to play the Bills. The Bills are. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, we're 1-8 or 1-9 or something versus them. That's just the reality. So we got to take care of business, and we got to do it against the Ravens.
So I wouldn't be nervous about the Chiefs at all. And so to be honest with you, man, I mean, really outside of the Jaguars and then maybe whatever AFC South team falls ass backwards into the wild card team, I think the Chiefs are probably one of the least scariest team that's going to be in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they get first round.
No, I wouldn't be either, but you still can't discount.
Yeah, no, you're right. But so really how they've been playing though, I mean, it's hard for me to find a way
Browns going to screw one of the better teams in the playoffs. The Browns will screw one of the better teams in the playoffs. And I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's going to be the Ravens.
I was just going to say
it's they might. Be the Ravens.
They already beat the Ravens this year.
Yeah, exactly.
They already beat the Ravens this year. That's the team. The Browns are going to screw somebody really good this year, and it's all about matchups.
Yep.
Don't they play the Browns the last game of the season?
No, I don't.
No, I think they have a
Baltimore got a cupcake after us. Oh well, that's still tough. So
no, I'm talking about Baltimore's last game of the season is
Steelers.
Pittsburgh. Never mind.
Yeah, Steelers.
I mean, but that is a divisional game.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know, but yeah. So this is a must-win for Miami to get the number 1 seed.
Yeah, we have to. I mean, it doesn't matter what. If Ravens win this game, it doesn't matter. If
that's right. So Baltimore can clinch the number 1 seed if they.
They'll get it because they'll have the tiebreaker over us, unless they're
already a game ahead of you. Mm-hmm.
But the Browns actually are still in it too.
They're about to get stomped tomorrow night, though. So
here's the problem. Here's the problem, Tyson. No, the Baltimore need to win. Baltimore needs to win 2 games because the Browns own the tiebreaker. No, they just need to win 1 because they can't lose to Miami. But the Browns own the tiebreaker over them.
That's right. They're 1 game behind. No, 2 games behind Baltimore. Baltimore wins. They clinch the number 1.
Yeah, so the Ravens would need to lose out. So the Ravens would need to lose out.
For the Browns,
they're 10. The Browns are 10 to win a division. Browns are 10-5. Ravens are 12-3. So they really just need to win 1 game.
The Browns are 10-6, basically.
If the Browns win out, Miami splits the last 2, and Baltimore loses 2, then the Browns actually are the number 1 seed over Miami.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to think of it. The Browns are 10-6, basically.
I'll be right back, fellas. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So, in all seriousness, I think it's interesting how the Browns, out of all teams, are one of the 3 teams remaining that has an opportunity to get the number 1 seed, which
absolutely have the number 1 defense in the league. Number 1 defense in the league will do that for you.
Yeah, for sure. Alex says Zap is about to zap that. Oh, we read that already. Thank you, Alex. TD only looks at Allen's interceptions. Other stats. Great. That is true. Thank you, Rich. Save a whole ride. ARB $5 says, let Tua or Tyreek win MVP. I just want a Super Bowl. Go Bills. Yeah, some people think that Dolphins fans just want that.
Save a whale, ride a running back. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I could care less if my quarterback ever won an MVP. And to be honest with you, I could care less.
Do you know when the next group of graphic tees ship? So we got the shirts, just actual T-shirts delivered, and now we're in the process of putting the graphic tees all together. We're going to have some content as well of the production that it takes to get these graphic tees kind of like shipped to everybody, because we have one guy manually shipping each individual shirt to every single one of you guys. We don't have a whole team. It's just one of our guys, my good friend Paul. So be patient, and they will be shipped out soon. Don't you worry. G Firm with the $5 super chat says, and with the 4th pick of the 2024 NFL draft, the New England Patriots select. Imagine. Oh my gosh.
Christian Mahogany, guard, Boston College.
That'll be hilarious. That's only happening if Bill Belichick does not get fired and he's making that pick. Cody, he's talking to you, Dan. You want to read it?
Dan, Cleet Blakeman is the ref team for the Ravens Miami. His 2 most common calls are false start and holding. Just a heads up for TD. Has Miami beat Buffalo this year? Anthony, he's coming in. He's talking Anthony. Smack. He's talking his smack. And so I've been very excited about the season, but I know we have beaten chumps, and the Dallas win was good, but we got to show up when it counts at the end. Fins up. Jonathan, thank you so much for the generosity, my friend. We appreciate you. Thank you. And so I've been a Fins fan for 36 years, and there is that group of fans for every fan base. And so our fan base grew 4x right after we drafted Tua. So the annoying fans grew as well. It's the Tuaneers. Thank you so much once again. Jeff is saying that, so with TD spoke the truth about the Dolphins, prove it. Nice.
Thank you, Jeffrey. We appreciate that, bro. All right. Well, we got through the previews. Let's go into the next piece of thing I want to show you guys, which we've already talked about already, but just want to remind the people because someone asked when the next batch of graphic tees are coming out.
And
there's a lot of other designs coming. And you know what design is going to be made, Dan?
Oh, what
that's
is?
going to be new on the shop?
What's new?
AFC East champions.
Oh.
We're going to have an AFC East champions graphic tee. Now, the question is, who will it be made for? Right? Who will it be made for, Dan? Who do you think?
It's going to be the Buffalo Bills, man. I'm going to go on ahead and just send you over images of James Cook and Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, some AJ Epinesa.
Everybody in the chat, let us know who's it going to be. Because I think that could be a really fun T-shirt that I thought of. The Detroit Lions, they won the NFC North, and we have the NFC North Roundtable, as you guys know, guys. So we have a graphic tee in the works for them, which will be an NFC North Champions T-shirt, and the AFC East will be getting one as well. Guys, we just put the link in the chat of our Roundtable Sports shop, roundtablesports.shop to be exact. If you guys are not aware, we have a lot of new stuff on the way. This has been a really big, hot selling item on our T-shirt, the 2 of 70-point shirts. It also comes in orange. Dolphins fans, I know you guys have been really purchasing these a lot. And Mr. Dan Mitchell, why don't you show off what you got there?
All right, man. So right here, obviously, have the Josh Allen graphic tee, the MVP of the league, the best quarterback in the division. We also have a Stephon Diggs graphic tee, which is beautifully put together. And, of course, Matt Milano. God, we miss that guy. We definitely do. Hoping for a speedy recovery. But this one's probably my favorite out of the entire collection is this Matt Milano one. We also have a James Cook shirt in the store that is current. And we are working on a Bills nostalgia graphic tee as well. A 90s Bills ode right to that graphic by itself. So definitely a lot of very cool things in the works. But that's the James Cook tee, which I am. Oh, man, that's beautiful. I really wish that I would have had that one. But it's on the way.
This is a new addition, Jets fans. One of my favorite items on our store is the Williams brothers. I feel like this is unique. I feel like it's cool. We got the two Williams brothers who are both playing like all-pro players at their respectful positions. Williams got paid, and he's kind of established himself as the guy. But Quincy Williams is in the middle of a breakout season. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. He got his first interception of the season. He's like one of the only linebackers with the stat line that he has. So this is one of my favorite graphic tees that we added, Jets Nation. And, of course, we had to get Tyson a shirt. Tyson, do you like it or what?
Yeah, I'm waiting for mine to come in. Yeah, I love it.
Don't worry. We'll get an active player next year for the draft. And then, honestly, this is my favorite personal one about the Jets. I just love everything with Sauce, one of my favorite players on the team. And you guys know the drill by now. Tyreek Hill, we got for you Dolphins fans. A lot of Bills stuff. And not only that, I feel like a lot of other things on the store that people like to be purchasing is the branded stuff. I've seen some Roundtable Sports pint glasses go. So we appreciate each and every one of you guys supporting the brand, supporting the company here at Roundtable Sports. Represent us with coffee, whatever you like. We appreciate you guys. Remember, the link is pinned in the chat if you want to check us out at roundtablesports.shop. Let's freaking go. So what's next, Dan?
Patreon, right?
Yeah. Sleeper, and then we got some Patreon.
Sleeper, and then we have the Patreon coming on in. Do you need me to have my phone hooked up, Richie? Is that it?
Sick. Patreon members, we're sending the link now, so line up.
Let me go on ahead and put this together here for the squad.
All right. Excited for some Patreon. Hey, Jesus says, my boys, I'm just clocking out of work tuning in. As always, love y'all. I'm a supporter 100 through and through. Go Bills. Well, thank you so much. That means a lot that you went out of your way to send us a super chat, even on a busy night. You didn't have to do that, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate you big time, bro. Seriously, we appreciate that. A big time. All right, let's
Oh, we got a sale to talk about. Shout out to Anthony, the Bills fan. Anthony Padilla, baby, who was at Jets Media Day representing his Bills. He just got a Matt Milano t-shirt.
A Matt Milano? Dude, it's my favorite one, bro. My absolute favorite one, dude.
And he also got a Diggs one, I'm pretty sure. He got two. So he got a Diggs and a Matt Milano.
Matt Milano one. Dude, listen, I like that. You know what I mean?
Also, shout out to Clay Elliott, who purchased some merch earlier in the show at 8:13 p.m. He got a Tyreek and a Tua. So shout out to you, Clay. And then we shouted out Elizabeth already, but she got a Sauce Gardner shirt and a Rashawn Gary shirt, which is interesting for the shout out the Green Bay Packers. Shout out the NFC North Roundtable. So we appreciate all you guys representing Roundtable Sports via merch.
That's the damn day, boys.
You ready for it, Dan, or what?
Let's do it, bro.
Boom.
Get it going.
Boom.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we have yet another proud partner on the channel, and that just happens to be Sleeper, okay? This is you against the numbers right here, ladies and gentlemen, right? As you can see, we have several lines from each and every single one of your favorite players that are lining up to face off Week 17. And all you need to do when you're cooking up your parlay is quite simply just pick over or under the projected numbers that Sleeper has right here. And let me tell you what, they have some pretty insane payouts, all right? Sometimes it even gets up as high as 100x multiplier. That is right, $10, meaning that you walk away with 1,000, an absolute stack, if you can put together and cook up the absolute perfect parlay. So by tradition, what we like to do over here on Roundtable Sports is that we like to go through each and every single game and pick a couple of legs of said parlay to see if we can actually take this home and win a little bit of cash. So let's go ahead and start off with the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. I know all of us are excited about watching this. Richie, talk to me right now. What stands out to you from
what's Breece Hall's rushing and receiving yard total?
Okay, so right now, rushing plus receiving, it's sitting at 81.5.
Over. The man is already twice in his career had 95 plus rushing and 95 plus receiving twice. Walter Payton did it 3 times. No other running back in the league has done it more than once. So that's who Breece Hall is. He's a weapon. Give me the over 81.5 because he's gonna be getting the ball a lot. And even if the Jets don't score a lot of points, which is gonna be hard against the Browns defense, I do expect Breece Hall to get his yards.
So I'll tell you what. So one thing that stands out to me, I do like the Joe Flacco interception.
Yeah, even in that good game, he threw some picks, right?
I do like the Joe Flacco interception.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my 2 cents in that situation. So let's move on. Oh, man. Here it is. The Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. It seems like that there's only lines for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, because an hour ago this game wasn't up at all, so they're loading it now to have Baltimore up. They weren't on here an hour ago, so they'll probably have
Edwards touchdown. He's a touchdown machine.
Wait, who?
Gus Edwards.
Let's go Gus Edwards for an anytime touchdown. Let's double check and see if Richie. Yeah, he is, man. 1-on-1. We'll go ahead. We'll go Gus Edwards with an anytime touchdown.
The safe bet in this game is Justin Tucker over 2 field goals.
Yeah, Justin Tucker and over for sure.
I definitely feel like that would be the case. So Miami's like D, I think, will definitely be able to stop them from the end zone at least a couple of times. And Lamar Jackson passing 230 or 0.5
under
for an anytime touchdown. No. So for a rush touchdown, he hasn't gotten into the end zone rushing in the past 5 weeks. Does that happen again, or do we stay away from it? Or Zay Flowers, 56.5. He's been hit or miss. His receptions have been pretty consistent. Last week against San Francisco, he had 9. And so is a Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions sound good to you, TD?
Zay Flowers. It's tough, but I would give it to him. Zay's been on a tear.
Zay Flowers up there. Now it comes down to New England. And the Buffalo Bills. I'll tell you what I do like. I do like a James Cook. Let's go. I'd say over anytime touchdown. And then Josh Allen. I hate to do this, but we'll go with an interception. No, well, no, I'll tell you what. I like the Stephon Diggs anytime touchdown instead. It's been a while since he's had one. As you can see, I think he's due. And then, all right, let's go with Bailey Zapp, the Zappinator. What do we have
hate
for the
him
boy?
so much, bro. I hate this fucking clown.
The Zappinator. I'll tell you what, man. Let's go on ahead. I think I can give Bailey Zappi a passing touchdown.
Absolutely fucking not.
Okay, what about Zeke at anytime touchdown or rush yards over 46.5?
Yeah. I mean, we'll probably get it. We'll definitely get a touchdown in this game. Probably Zeke.
All right, so we'll go anytime touchdown for Zeke. He's been getting one. All right, so we'll do an anytime touchdown. And ladies and gentlemen, the coveted 100x multiplier is here. As you can see, we have our giant parlay, $10 to win. Hear me out, $1,000 hairs, but I'm going to be responsible, and I'm going to put down $5 hairs to win 500. Submit entry. Allow once.
Did you guys see that guy that won 500
Boom.
grand off a $5 bet?
14. He had 14 anytime touchdowns from players that he picked.
Crazy. Dan, you better give me some of that cash when that wins, because I guarantee you that Breece Hall one's hitting.
That's wild.
I'm ready for it.
Guys, and let us know in the chat if you sign up for Sleeper. And also shout us out on Twitter and on Instagram and on Discord. Some screenshots, some of your picks for whether it's the Jets game tomorrow night or any game throughout the weekend, or it's an NFC East related sleeper parlay. We'd love to see your guys' picks. So please, if you do have your picks and want to share, the best way to do it, honestly, is Discord, because I think that's the best way to kind of have an interactive conversation with not only us, but all the subscribers. Like, basically what the Discord is, for those guys that are not aware, it's the live chat 24/7, right? Like, the live chat is only a one-time thing when we're live here on YouTube, and then when we're not live, that live chat doesn't exist. But on Discord, it's basically all you guys conversating, talking trash to each other, just on a Discord server. So you guys can join our Discord. I think that link is in the description. Let me see if it's still the right link. Double check. Yes, it is. We have 359 members in our AFC East Roundtable Discord. So if you guys want to join that, click that link down below in the description right now. Because, again, that is where you can get in contact with us and also get in contact with each and every one of you guys in the live chat 24/7. So that link is down below in the description. Discord is pretty cool.
Pretty cool indeed.
I like Discord. All right, let's get some of these super chats. Like I said last week, Tyson picks wrong a lot.
Hilarious enough. People are saying that did I put the $1,000 on Miami? No, because the line I didn't like the line. But I did, and people know it. People know that I did pick the Raiders on the Chiefs because I was drunk. And then I picked Baltimore over the Niners. So I'm up $1,000, so betting wise. So
you are even killing it with your bets. Is there a way to get a graphic hoodie? Oh, they want graphic hoodies. Get on it.
Paul, they want heavyweight graphic hoodies.
I didn't even think about that.
But we could do that.
I didn't even think about that. That'd be hot.
Let us know in the chat if you guys would want a graphic hoodie. Basically, what a graphic
is that, or a crew neck as well?
I mean, just slap the same graphics.
Yeah, right? I feel like a nice, like, high quality crew would be sick too.
So, like, picture this, just a sweatshirt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
I could see it too.
Let us know in the chat if you guys would want that, because that's a good idea. Eric says down. Eric's down. All right, Paul, get on it. Graphic hoodies. Graphic hoodies coming in 2024. All right, baby. I think that's all the super chats. It is. Guys, before we bring in the Patreon members, I would also really appreciate if you guys can simply hit the heck out of that like button. We haven't really told you guys hit the like button. We have 583 likes. Let's get to 750 likes. right now. Hit that like button right now. We have over 800 people watching live, so there's no excuse why we can't have that skyrocket up to 750 plus likes. So guys, hit that like button right now. We're about to bring in the Patreon members. And if you want to come on to the show and conversate with us, you guys know the Patreon link is always down below in the description. You guys can join and talk to each and every one of us here on the panel. So let's get into the first Patreon caller. Can you predict who it is?
LaSalle.
For real.
What the hell?
What's up, buddy?
Doing. Wait, let me get to this. How you guys doing? Merry Christmas. Well, Merry belated Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well.
Same, LaSalle.
I want to say, TD.
Mhm.
You did something that relatively always happens in my family. You got my uncle to say that the Cowboys suck. You got my uncle to say the Cowboys suck. So
It's the truth.
congrats for that.
LaSalle, you
The
said we were
Cowboys.
gonna lose.
Yeah, because I thought the Cowboys would at least, try, but they didn't even try, to be honest. Actually, that's kind of a lesson. They did try, but
They lost.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I don't want any of your Dolphin fans to go all hype about it either, because it's literally was just a 2-point game.
I know, but
It
we're
really
gonna
was just a 2-point game.
we're gonna prove it versus
don't get on your
Baltimore.
high horse. No, you're not, because you're gonna get beaten by the Ravens. You're gonna get beaten by the Ravens. That's the thing.
Lord.
Because in my honest opinion, the Ravens are just the better team. They're just a better team. They have a better quarterback. They have the better offensive line. They have a better defense. They have a better with a lot of pretty much everything except for halfback and wide receivers. But that's why Lamar Jackson is such a better quarterback. That's why Lamar Jackson is such a better quarterback, because he does a lot more but a whole lot less. And he's gonna show you that you should have paid him. He's gonna show you that you should have paid him. So.
We'll find out Sunday, LaSalle.
We'll find out Sunday, LaSalle.
Such a good
Find
job.
out Sunday,
This man
LaSalle.
got his own beat on our show, man. Yeah.
Find out
LaSalle.
Sunday, LaSalle.
So.
Find out
LaSalle.
Sunday, LaSalle.
The Jets are in jail. They get no bail.
Find out Sunday, LaSalle.
LaSalle. It's a vibe, though. I
Find
ain't
out
gonna lie.
Sunday, LaSalle. Guess what, LaSalle? We're about to find out Sunday. I feel bad for the people that's cringing at us, because it's all fun and games, baby. Let's get into the next caller. You guys know him very well as well.
Glenn.
You
Yeah.
guys know who's next. Let's get him hyped up. TD, give us an intro for this guy. Who is he?
Glenn! Yeah!
Hey,
Holidays going? How's the holidays?
It was good,
Happy
man. How was
holidays,
yours?
brother.
Yeah. Hey, everybody talking about respect for Miami. Why should the media respect us when we don't even respect our own team? I mean, I went to the 1985 game between Chicago and Miami. And it was so loud and so thing that they had to stop the game many a times. They actually changed the rules from that.
Wow.
Yeah, they used to have it where if the quarterback couldn't hear you, stop the game.
I never knew that.
It was so loud that they stopped the game. Well, go back and watch it on YouTube, the Miami 85, and see how many times they just stopped the game. Now we can't even. Now Buffalo fans are buying tickets for the Week 18. That game should have been sold out too at the beginning of the season. I mean, it's almost embarrassing sometimes. I look at it and stuff, and of course everybody. Hey, and you guys want to know why people? Here's something funny. Analytics say when you say Dallas Cowboys on YouTube or any kind of thing, your numbers go up, right?
Yeah.
But you know, if you say Tua, your numbers go up. Not the Miami Dolphins, just Tua. So I don't care what they say. They're saying that negative or positive. They just get their numbers up just because they say Tua. And people get offended because of that. Who cares? And stuff. But what you guys didn't say, and this is my last point, what y'all didn't bring up about this game this weekend and what's very important is I watched Baltimore this week here a little bit because I was interested in them. The way Miami has to win this game is they cannot do what San Francisco did and give short fields. You have to make Lamar drive the whole field every single time because he is 63% passing, which means, yes, he don't have a lot of plays, he don't have a lot of stuff, but you make him pass a lot and you make him a pass, he don't make mistakes. He don't throw wide, left, right, short, something like that. But if you give him short field, oh, you're done. Over and over. If we play like we did against Bills and give them 3 turnovers, game is over with.
You got to avoid that, especially the
Glenn,
turnover.
do you have a score prediction for us?
What?
Score prediction for the Dolphins game? Ravens?
I say, and their linebackers scare me. God, their linebackers are good.
Don't forget they're safe. They're actually healthy.
Yeah, but they're linebackers. If we could get them to play the run and up close to the line, we could get over the top. If they don't have to play close to the line, they'll stop those slants all day.
So score prediction is
27-24, Miami.
Ooh, close one. All right, Glenn.
Yeah,
we'll see.
You guys
appreciate you.
You guys have a good weekend stuff and enjoy yourselves.
You too, man. Did you get any of the stuff I sent you by any chance? Yet?
I'm not even at home. I have to have my daughter go pick it up.
All right. Whenever you get it, just let me know. I would love to see you repping it. All right, Glenn. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Glenn.
Hey, Glenn, you're the man, bro. Thank you.
Love Glenn.
Glenn's gonna be repping a AFC's Roundtable polo shirt soon.
If Miami can play a clean game, if you notice the games they usually win when Tua is playing okay, he doesn't turn the ball over. They didn't turn the ball over against Dallas, right, TD? Am I right about that?
That's right. That's why we won that game.
Exactly, bro. You can't turn the ball over. I think if the Dolphins play like that and Tua doesn't get too crazy with some of his passes, he stays within the system, I think Miami can win this game. And that's how Miami's really successful. Is just make Lamar drive the length of the field. You know what I mean? So
don't turn the ball over and don't give him good field position.
Next up, our guy, Izzy.
Izzy, how you feeling, man? How the family?
The wife's still in the hospital, but we're all right.
How's the wife doing, man?
Still in the hospital.
Fuck, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right. She's improved a little bit, so better than nothing.
Awesome, man.
That's awesome to hear that there's progression.
Yeah, I went today. Still got this sticker from the hospital. I had to go give her a shower, so yeah, we're dealing with that, but it's all good. She's doing a little bit better, so I'm doing a little bit better.
Awesome.
Week 17 coming up. Very important games for the Dolphins and the Bills. The Jets and the Patriots, trying to get their draft pick and trying to get their, just their kudo points up before the season ends. I respect it, do your thing. I'm with Dan on this one here. I think that the Ravens are going to beat too much for the Dolphins. And then, the Bills are going to handle the Patriots. We usually do, especially in Buffalo. We'll go to Miami, and that'll be the game that decides it all for this division, and the winner will take the number 2 spot. Just the way it works. So, unless Mahomes and them get to 11 wins and tie the Dolphins and then take that 2 spot based on their tiebreaker. But, I see the Bills winning out. getting that 2 spot, and then controlling their own destiny so long as they don't have to see the Ravens in Baltimore. But I still think the Bills are a good matchup for the Ravens. I think that matchup favors the Bills. I don't think there are many that do favor anybody against the Ravens other than the Bills and the Browns. I think most of those other AFC teams, the Chiefs, the Colts, whoever it is, I don't see them matching up very good against the Ravens. It's it's gonna be a fun one. Hopefully she's home by then. She can watch the game with me. But we did. Right now I got bigger shit to worry about than football. But I'm still
absolutely
cheering for my Bills.
And that's why we love that you still come on here, Izzy, and we're definitely thinking of you on behalf of Roundtable Sports. If there's anything that we can do to support you and your wife or your family, just reach out. We'll love to do anything, man, because you're a big part of what we do, and you're here literally every single week since I feel like we opened up the Patreon.
Hey, man.
For real, man, we appreciate you big time.
Dan told me about it. I gotta support my guy, and I've become a fan and friends with you guys all. They're being in the league with Tyson and just recognizing real. Another problem. My wife had a death in the family on Christmas Day, so it's been a hard Christmas. So Bills and the NFL gave me some reprieve, but God bless all of you guys and your families. God bless everybody's families.
God bless you, bro.
Same to you, bro.
Just hoping on the big man of faith to help me the hell out.
We appreciate that, Izzy.
All
we love you, man.
Love you guys too. Y'all be blessed.
See you next week,
brother. Man. Yeah, love you, bro.
All right. Last but not least, someone who said he's not going to make it says, "I'm making it, baby." What
Andy
up,
Johnson.
Andy.
Yeah, I woke up from my nap and saw the thing.
Let's go.
Like, fuck it, I gotta go in.
That's all we wanted.
Oh God, I feel like crap, but now I know what it feels like to be a Dolphins fan for the last 23 years.
Oh no, he's talking it, baby. He's talking it. I love it.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, what do you got, Andy?
I live and breathe it. So,
how was Andy talking a few weeks ago when he said it was over, Dan?
Hey, it's okay. Listen, the greatest story ever told has converted a lot. All right, don't worry.
I was right. It was over for you.
You know what time it is. You know what's gonna happen when it's all said and done, Andy.
Come on, Andy. You're about to potentially make the playoffs. I remember weeks ago you were done with this team, man. How about the Bills? Excited?
I was done with the coaching staff. I still believed in the team, in the players.
Yeah, but I know. You're very frustrated. I remember you were, as you should at that moment.
I still am frustrated with the coaching staff. McDermott still is not on my good list. I'll tell you that.
What does he need to do to prove to be on your good list? Win a Super Bowl this year, or like what does he need to do?
He's got to win the AFC Championship game. He's got to prove that when it matters most in crunch time, that he is not going to be the reason we lose.
That's big.
Because he's done that plenty of times.
Well, that ain't happening for Josh Allen.
I'm sorry, the person who's never seen his team win a playoff game.
We will this year. We will this year.
That's what you said last year, and the year before that, 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 and the year before that.
You do have to think of new words to use next year if it does happen again, because I can't go through it all over again.
We're not gonna need next year. We got this year.
Okay,
we're going for a quarter century, boys.
A quarter of a century.
Imagine it actually continues. We're in year 2027 this year. It's like it's just
y'all haters, man. Y'all know what's about to go down.
You're right. It's very possible. Well, Andy, we appreciate you finding time to tune in after your nap, bro. We'll see you next week. Happy holidays.
Yeah, I'll be on next week.
Feel better, bro.
All right, bro.
And we have a new Patreon member who just snuck his way in.
Oh,
I know him. He's been very active in the Super Chat world. There's this show. He's a proud Bills Mafia representative, and he came to Jets Media Day supporting the Buffalo Bills. And do you guys know Mr. King Jamie the Mad the Chiefs fan who's always in our chat.
Of course.
This is his buddy, Anthony Padilla.
Anthony.
Who's now frozen. Come on, Anthony.
How you doing, man? Respect you guys. Hello.
What up, man?
How you guys
There you
doing?
are.
What up, man?
Welcome.
Yeah, I'm over. I'm in Missouri. I'm here at my daughter's mother, so I'm down here in Missouri till the 2nd. So.
Oh wow, an enemy.
Good time. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate.
Yeah. So the internet might be a little slow here. Yeah.
Definitely.
But
slow.
I want to say this. Hey,
okay.
DD.
Yeah.
I got to. Bills.
Damn, Anthony, you're.
That's that
You're cutting in and
Mahomes
out.
Wi-Fi, bro. Just like their offense. That's that Mahomes Wi-Fi.
Growing up,
We can't hear you, Anthony.
Come on, Anthony. You got to find some reception. We got to hear what you got to say. Your first time on the show.
Oh.
Come on, Anthony. We know you got it in you. Oh man.
Oh, there. Is that better? Is that better?
Anthony,
A little
Is
better.
that better?
a little better.
All right. Hey,
Yeah, it
well,
is.
forgive me. All right. I had to go outside and I had to get off the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi apparently is not that great here. I apologize about that. But anyways, I just want to say this. My brother is a huge Dolphins fan. Growing up, it's always been the Bills versus Dolphins growing up my whole childhood. And TD, respect to the Dolphins. I have a soft heart for the Dolphins in some aspects and for the Jets because my grandpa was a Jet fan. But I just want to say this. This weekend, the Ravens and your Dolphins, if your Dolphins do not come out and victorious this weekend, I mean, get ready because Week 18 is coming. The Buffalo Bills are coming hot.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying, brother. I'm just saying, my man. The Buffalo Bills are coming. We're coming, and it's coming. It's happening, and the Bills are coming hot at the right time. Some of our guys are coming back from injury, and I tell you what, we're looking good. We're looking good. And
we ain't got to worry about it because y'all losing to the Patriots.
We'll see what happens about that. But it's going to be in Buffalo, and Buffalo is great at home. So I don't see, but I Belichick and those players, they have something to play for, obviously, because they have to play for the jobs next season. So Buffalo can't come in there and thinking they're just going to wipe them out. But also at the same time, this is it's our town. And Buffalo's got to come in there and kick some butt, show the world, hey, we're for real.
Wow. Well,
So,
thank you for becoming a Patreon member, and we appreciate you.
Oh, I had to come in here. I got to say hi to you guys. I've been kind of coming and going here throughout this season, every week, whatever. But I'm going to try to be more dedicated to being here every week from here on out. But
thank you, Anthony.
respect you guys.
Thank you for buying some merch as well. We saw that.
Oh yeah.
And,
I'm support you guys 100%, man. Respect you guys. I don't know what happened to you, Richie, a couple weeks ago, but my prayers are with you. I know a lot of people are having their problems with a lot of things, and my prayers go out to them. And just know that you guys are awesome.
Thank you, brother.
Well, Anthony,
Thank you.
Thank you. My man. Much respect. Much respect.
That's what's up.
It's cool to have a new face out there on the Patreon. Shout out to you, Anthony. Thank you so much for the support. Some super chats came in. I'm not gonna lie, all the talent that the Dolphins have on our offense, I honestly feel that we have the potential to win a Super Bowl. Dolphins fans are sniffing the Super Bowl. Woo! It's gonna be interesting.
Glue.
It's happening, bro.
Izzy, thank you all in the chat. God bless you all. Izzy, we love you, man. My mic was really low right there. My apologies, guys. Professionally certified hater, Tyson and Richie. You guys have to watch the Robert Saleh press conference on Jets Talk Radio recap for Jets Washington. My stomach was hurting.
I love Let's Talk Jets Radio. That's one of my favorite Jets podcasts.
Yeah, shout out to Tyson and Primetime, man. They're excellent. I love those guys. They are the real deal. I love those guys. But yeah, I didn't check that out. I definitely got to check that out. I would love to get them on here on the roundtable because they're
Richie.
I should.
You gotta get them on here. They're fucking hilarious.
They are hilarious. And that's the beautiful thing about Jets content creators. There's so many of them and so many different personalities. That's the one thing that we have as a team is good media people, but not a good football team. All right, we're not going to go down that route. That is going to wrap up.
Richie, I was watching your vlog video today, and I was like, man, I didn't even know that you actually go to an actual studio and do your thing. I thought all of this stuff was at your house, bro.
Well, this is in my house right here, but the other spot, so I have two areas now.
Wait, so did you rent out like an entire office for the entire season just so you can?
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to get out of the house and just like have a dedicated workspace, and I signed a lease from August through February with the hopes that the Jets win the Super Bowl in February and I'm out of there in March. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's really close, and I just wanted to have like my own dedicated workspace. It's a little office. And I made my little Jets media studio. And if those guys have no idea what we're talking about, go check out my YouTube channel I made yesterday. It's a little tour of my office. And I kind of did that just I want to document it because I feel like it was fun to get out of the house and fun to have an office space. And I want to always look back and remember that space. So if you guys want to check it out here, I'll show you guys it real quick. My YouTube channel is Jets Media.
I was watching. I'm like, wow, Richie really did. Like, he really put everything in for it for this season.
Yeah, literally the whole season. I was like, dude, Aaron Rodgers, a Jet, Hard Knocks. Like, this is about to be special. I want to this season's gonna be big, and this is what I made. This is the only content I'm doing now. That is sick. What is going on, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media, and welcome to... All right, you guys can go out there and watch it. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But yeah, go...
Richie.
I was looking forward to seeing it.
Oh, why? You want me to play the whole thing? It's 3 minutes.
It's 3 minutes, Richie. That's right.
Yeah, might as well just finish it.
All right. I mean, I'm going to copyapart this channel, though.
Yeah,
there's haters right now. We're probably like,
we're about to see that.
Who the fuck cares about Richie? I'm actually thinking of making videos like this, though, in the off season, more vlog stuff. Stay tuned for anyone that gives a shit. To a different style video here on Jets Media. It's going to be a vlog setting. It's going to be a Jets Media studio tour. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking, Richie, I want a studio tour. Well, it took for the Jets to be eliminated from the playoffs to finally do this. And here we are. This is going to be a different video. Hit that like button if you guys enjoy. Comment down below your thoughts, because I'm excited. We only have a few months left here at the studio. We're actually out of here March 1st. So I thought it'd be a good idea to bring you guys in and kind of like document this, where we can always look back of the 2023 season of this is where the content came from. And there's going to be a lot of studios to come after. Don't worry. No, Richie's moving out of the studio March 1st. There's going to be some studios to come in the future. Don't you guys worry. So with that being said, let's get straight into business. Hit that like button. I'm excited to show you the Jets Media Tour.
Damn, bro. That's official, homie.
That festive? I used to go here when I was like 5 years old to look at the Christmas stuff. It all come full circle.
Let's see, damn, bro. So what floor were you on, bro?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, I just saw it. He in the basement with the Jets.
Dude, you're high up there, man.
It was nighttime, so you can't see the skyline, unfortunately. Shitty out.
Damn, bro. And so who are your office mates, bro?
Random ass lawyers and like Here's the hangout area. This is this place that you guys don't see. It's off camera, off to the side. I like to hang out here in between the live streams, and when Jack and I are done with the Jets Media podcast, we love to hang out here and just talk ball, talk anything related to the Jets, of course. And I just wanted to make this video. It's a little different style of vlog. You guys usually see me in a live stream setting, and I want to get a little more personal with you guys, because without each and every one of you guys showing all the support here on Jets Media on this YouTube channel. This tour right here of the studio is not even possible. This is the first of many. As I said at the beginning of the video, we're out of here March 1st. So this was the 2023 season in a nutshell. We're going to think of this studio all together. All you guys watching this, me, Jack, Matt O'Leary, who was a great guest here on the podcast in studio, is going to remember this as the year of the 2023 season when Aaron Rodgers got injured and it all got ruined. No, I'm just playing with you guys. But again, I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys that tuned into the video. Again, I thought this was a good idea to break free of the live stream and the traditional me behind a mic screaming at you guys where the camera's here, and I get a little bit of flavor. So hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Hope you guys enjoyed the studio tour. This is the first of many. Cannot thank you guys so much for all the support, because without you guys, again, none of this is possible. Let's go Jets, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
So Richard, did you stream any of your game streams at the studio or no?
One.
So you have the
Black Friday game.
So they you got the TV set up and everything in there?
Yeah, the only reason why I don't stream the games there is because I like to have a lot of family and friends come over.
Yeah.
And it's hard to like watch it from there. So I like to set up like the whole thing in the living room area and stuff.
Are you allowed to be like loud? Since you're like,
yeah, when I was signing the lease, I had to talk to him. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I do, but it's going to be loud. Like, because everyone's like lawyers there or insurance brokers, or it's like there's no content creators renting. I'm like the only one with like a weirdo dressing in Jets gear. Everyone's in business casual, so it's hilarious. But yeah, I haven't gotten in trouble with my volume. Not once yet.
Yeah, they had to kick me out.
Most
yeah,
they would have kicked you out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. I wanted to make that video again just to kind of document that, so we can always look back from the 2023 season, the Jets season, when Aaron Rodgers ruined everything with his Achilles injury. But that's going to wrap up the show, guys. Dan, you want to finish it all off or what?
110%, Richie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. Guys, next week we actually have a jam-packed schedule of all of our content. Super excited, of course, AFC South, the NFC North, the NFC West, in which I will be hosting, which is going to be pretty exciting on Tuesday evening. And then obviously the return of our Monday show on the AFC's Roundtable and 3 and Out directly afterwards. Guys, I always highly encourage that you do go on ahead and subscribe to each and every single one of these gentlemen that are on this roundtable with myself. They do a wonderful job covering their team. I know you already check out their content. Don't be shy. Don't be lurking. Make sure that you do go on ahead and throw them a subscription, because supporting the roundtable is also supporting all of us on an individual basis. We love you so much, and we will see you next week.
Peace. Everyone, silent trash.
Come watch the Jets Media Watch Party. Beat up on the Cleveland Browns tomorrow night on Thursday Night Football. Let's go.
Not happening, bro. Not happening.
Oh, man. Really? Wait, I just realized we had one super chat that I had to read that just came in. You guys are awesome. Wish you all a happy new year. Praying for a Dolphins Super Bowl, Heat NBA championship, and Marlin World Series for 24. Wow. Big Miami sports fan right there. And guys, guess what? We'll see you next year. Cheers.
That is
2024.